Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Good evening and Roll Tribe, ICC fans, and welcome to the Davis Ford pregame show as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kick here between ICC and the number 12 Rangers of Northwest. Hello, everyone. I'm Adam Gordon. I'm joined in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth by the myth, the man, the legend that is Mr. Jim Ingram, and as always, the good Dr. Brad Boggs. And guys, we got another tough one ahead of us tonight.
Yeah, definitely tough test. Talked about it last week, and and then of course on our radio broadcast this week as well, Mr. Ingram. But Indians. This is the fourth game this year, our number 4 game.
Correct.
And we have played 3 ranked opponents.
No doubt about it.
Tonight is the 3rd one. Northeast was not ranked last week. It's definitely, of course, we talked about it. It's JUCO football, but, we'll get into that later and get deep into that. But it's a wonderful night here, beautiful night, a little humid more than I would expect here for going into October this weekend. But a great tailgate atmosphere over there and a wonderful job, again, for our home. This is our 2nd home game of the season that our staff has done to get tonight ready.
No doubt about it. Give Nina Strother and her staff a great credit. We had a great time tonight before the game. Had the team walk through it forward, and we had some food trucks and had some events getting ready for the game tonight. And as you said, this is our 3rd ranked opponent. It's a fresh start tonight, a beautiful night. Field looks great, band's ready. We got to find a way to get a W tonight, Brad, and I think our team will be ready. I know they played extremely well against Northeast. I look for a better game tonight.
ICC fans, we do want you to remember that you can visit iccms.edu/foundation to find out how you can help support Itawamba Community College here at ICC. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll step inside Coach's Corner and talk with Coach Travis Macon about tonight's matchup with the Rangers. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed. Attach images to transactions. Set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. Use the P2P feature to safely send money to a friend. We even offer mobile wallet, so you can stay on top of your finances from anywhere. These options and more are available with online or mobile banking. At First American National Bank, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as we step inside Coach's Corner and talking with Coach Macon about tonight's matchup. Coach, coming off just kind of a heartbreaking loss against Northeast, what did you learn about the team last week?
We found our identity on offense. We was able to run the football. We did a really good job of running the football. We still made too many mistakes to win the ball game. But the good thing about this young football team, they're still got the energy to learn, and we're still, every day we come to work, we're trying to get better.
Well, Coach, your defense has been there this year. I mean, you're, I think, averaging 2 interceptions a game, 2 fumble recoveries a game, and you said that would be a strong point for your team this year. What drives them to keep getting better each week?
It's just the way we practice. I tell them to practice how you going to play. And if you come watch practice, every day they out there, they compete as if they're in the ball game. So it carries over. Thursday night is when it's time to have fun. You know, so it's easier on Thursday. So the hard part is during the week of practice.
So you talked about finding your identity on the offensive side. Charleston had a big game for you on that end. So just talk about the offense and maybe some of the things you're going to try to focus on a little bit more, or maybe try to do tonight here against Northwest.
The biggest thing is put it all together. And, you know, like last week, we did get the run game started. We had some times that the passing game, you know, we did complete some passes. So tonight is big on just putting it all together, and that way we play a complete football game. We have yet to play full quarters. You know, last week, if you look at the first half, you know, the offense won the first half. This week, we just want to continue just to compete and play full quarters.
All right, so the gauntlet, I mean, we talk about how tough it is. You can say this is a third-ranked team that you're playing out of 4, but that's the MACCC. That's every week. You're going to play tough teams. So what do you know about Northwest?
One thing I know, you know, I was there, so they're going to be coached up well, and, you know, they're going to come to compete. So we got to be able to match their level. And the good thing about playing 3 of the top 10 teams these last 4 weeks, is you get a chance to see where your team at. You know, I know we have a young football team, but it also, each week, we finding something that we're good at. And, you know, like I said, the biggest thing with a young team is to wait till it all come together. And once they do come together, we're going to get on that level. That's our goal.
What does Northwest like to do offensively?
Offensively, they like to get in 10 and 11 personnel, and they like to run gap scheme, which is power, you know, inside zone. And then they like for you to start coming up close, and then they throw the ball behind you, you know, like play action. So defensively, we have to tell our guys back on the back end, you have to use eye discipline. You know, you can't come up and help. Do your job. We don't need Superman. We need everybody just to play their role.
And defensively, what are they going to try to do against you guys? Or what do you feel like they're going to try to do against you guys?
They pretty much the same. We pretty much play the same defense. That coach does a really good job. He's a really good friend of mine. So I know defensively they're going to play hard. They're going to be where they're supposed to be. So offensively, we got to stay on our blocks, on the O-line and receivers. When that play is open, we got to make that catch. You know, and the running backs, you just got to run hard.
Gotcha. And then, Coach, let's talk about our Bank Oklahoma keys to victory. What's it going to take for the Indians to come away with the win tonight?
The biggest thing, like I said, don't turn the ball over, play field position. We finally got the field position to go our way last week, in the first half. Play good field position and continue to make turnovers and capitalize on the turnovers on offense. We got to get that ball in the end zone.
Well, Coach, before I let you go, let's always give you that open opportunity to shout out to the fans or those watching or listening to the broadcast as well. The floor is yours.
The biggest thing is these guys, you know, yeah, we have a young football team, but we're not using that as an excuse. We're coming to work every day, and we're going to continue to compete, and we're going to continue to try to put a show on for you.
Coach, thank you for your time, and roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. For example, you can turn off or turn on your debit card as needed. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Davis Ford pregame show as we're just about 15 and a half minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick here between ICC and the number 12 Rangers of Northwest Community College. The ICC All-American Band getting set to take the field. If you would like to watch the band tonight, you can do so. We've got that simulcast going over on the Blue Channel. That's letsgoicctv.com/blue. That's letsgoicctv.com/blue. So you'll be able to kind of listen to the game, but watch them perform throughout the night. And so that's a special feature we're trying to bring to you tonight here on the broadcast. Well, guys, we just heard the Bank Okolona keys to victory from Coach Macon. Let's hear it from you guys. What's it going to take for the Indians to be successful this evening?
Well, Mr. Ingram, you hate to sound like a broken record. You do. And, each week I've noticed as we've called games, it seems like over the past I'm kind of able to change some things up. And I hate not to, try to change things up, but I'm going to stick to my guns on some of this. Defensively, I'm going to start off with defense. Stay the same course. We're playing phenomenal defense right now. We're producing takeaways. We're getting the ball. My goodness, we scored 2 touchdowns on defense last week. We cannot ask much more of our defense. Stay the course. Offensively, got to move the chains. We have got to continue to move the chains and find ways to get first downs and control the ball. And that's going to help our defense in return to get them off the field. And then lastly, put the last 3 weeks behind us. We are 0-3 overall, but we're only 0-1 in the North.
No doubt about it.
And so tonight is our chance to break even and go 1-1 in the North. Pull up, let's go back even, and let's get this thing rolling because we still got some North games ahead of us, some tough matchups. Tonight's our opportunity to do that.
No doubt about it. And Brad and Adam, let me say this. I listened to Coach Macon's keys to victory. The team is still practicing hard play, and they're going to play hard. He's very positive. I like that. But, Brad, you're right. Last week our defense did everything they could to win the ball game. We had a 14-0 lead at halftime, and that was all 14 points from the defense. Turnovers are key tonight. Field position and time of possession, but we've got to see the offense get some yardage, get some first downs to give the defense some confidence. Hey, the offense can do this. So they got to believe in the offense. So I think it's very important. We have good field position and get some drives. Yes, we want to score points, but keep the ball for a little while, get some offensive drives, give the defense some confidence, and find a way to win this game.
And those are your Bank Okolona keys to victory, brought to you by our friends over at Bank Okolona, John Harrod, and all the fine folks out there proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. Fans, remember, if you're looking for your next new or used automobile, stop by and check out Davis Ford right here on 904 West Main Street, here in Fulton. Basically just about a pitching wedge from here from Mr. Jim, as we appreciate Tab and all the fine folks over there at Davis Ford. We're about 12 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick here between ICC and Northwest. We're going to step away and come back with the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Davis Ford pregame show. We're just about 8.5 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick here from Fulton between ICC and the number 12 Rangers of Northwest. I'm Adam Gore, joined by Mr. Jim Ingram and Dr. Brad Boggs here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. If you would like to help support ICC football, you can do so by becoming a member of the Indian Club. Visit iccms.edu/Indian Club. Just select the sport you would like to give to, or if you like this broadcast so much, you can help out the sports information team as well by donating there. Well, guys, we talked about it before going to the break. We're going to have our Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And, Mr. Jim, that's your cue.
Thank you very much, Adam. Tonight for our defense start tonight, Jameer Scott at defensive end, Tony Lucius, nose tackle, Jarquez Tucker, the other defensive tackle, bandit linebackers, Jaden Walker, wheel linebackers, Ryan Musselwhite.
Mr. Jim, I want to pause you for a second. We got the national anthem coming up.
Finishing out the defense, Ryan Musselwhite, linebacker. Jaden Thompson, who got the MACCC Player of the Week this week, had a great game against Northeast. Alex Dawson's nickelback. Cornerback is E.J. Wally. Cornerback Samson Israel, and free safety Dylan Rousey at Brad, who also had a great game last week, had the interception for a touchdown. You're starting tonight for your offense. Keegan Stover starting at quarterback tonight, the freshman from Georgia. Charleston French having a great year this year playing running back. T.J. Atkins, wide receiver. A.J. Smith, wide receiver. Jermaine Strong, wide receiver. Thomas Klein, the freshman tight end. Terry Claiborne, offensive lineman. Offensive tackle, Eric Aldridge. Jacob Miles at guard. Xavier Tucker at guard. And rounding out the offense, Rodney Newsom at center.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups there for the ICC Indians. We're going to take you to one more timeout. They come back with that First American National Bank opening kick here between ICC and Northwest. So we'll be back with more right after this here with the Davis Ford pregame show.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions.
Now let's go and keep going, keep going.
Sharing old stories. Homemade pasta.
Enjoy, cheers to us, we did it!
And a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1,
Ready.
2.
That's my recipe for magic.
The new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
movie night, picnic, sleepover,
and NFL football games. Get the four-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show here, 3 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick. You see the coin toss going on here down below us. And guys, before we get this thing going, any final thoughts before we kick it off?
Yeah, just again, a great job. I know this is the first night at home. Our band has worn their uniforms. It was so hot at the first home game they were able to wear them. They look fantastic out there. I know y'all are going to describe uniforms here in a minute. ICC sporting a new uniform tonight that looks wonderful. I'm going to let Adam tell you about those later. But a great job again, by the band, Ryan Todd and staff, with Kirk Sheffield, all of those that worked on the field. Any community relations with everything they've done. We've got representatives from the Chickasaw Nation out there tonight for the honorary coin toss, Mr. Ingram coin toss. So it's a special night.
No doubt about it, special night, and want to start out fast and strong tonight. We want the offense to move the ball, find a way to get a W.
And it looks like Northwest won, and
Yes.
they deferred.
They deferred, so we'll get it to start the first half here with that First American National Bank opening kick. I tell you what, let's take one more quick timeout and come back with that opening kick here from Fulton right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the First American National Bank opening kick. And it'll be Northwest to tee it off here. They are wearing their all-gray uniforms, silver tops, ICC in their new white uniforms, and breaking out the navy tops and navy pants. So that is your uniform update, as Dr. Brad Boggs promises. That First American National Bank opening kick is going to be taken at the 4-yard line by the Indians. Trying to break to the open field, but a beautiful open field tackle there, as that was number 13, Ragdale, coming up and making the play. Guys, if he don't make that open field tackle that time on Zay Dilworth's got a lot of running room there.
Yeah, there was a hole there. I mean, it definitely was. So special teams did a good job of creating a hole, but Northwest special teams did an even better job of coming up, making the tackle. It looks like ICC is going to start on their own 15, Mr. Ingram.
Tough starting position, but hey, let's go 85 yards. Let's hang on to the ball. Let's get some first downs, keep the possession, get some confidence here for the offense.
Pistol formation here for the Indians. It is a first down and 10. The ball is at the 15, as Jim mentioned. It's going to be a handoff, and this is going to be French trying to break his way through, gets tripped up and knocked back for a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that time the Rangers just had their ears pinned back, and that's not a good sign as French is slow to get up and is limping off the field right now. Also limping off the field right now looks to be number 7 for the Indians on the offensive side of the ball, and that's Thomas Klein. So a couple of Indians shaking up there on the first play. Quarterback is Keegan Stover here for the Indians. It's going to be a 2nd down and 12 situation here. Stover rolls to his right, pump fakes, now wants to throw downfield. Has a man, goes to short route. Does he haul it in? Yes, he does. Reception reeled in that time by A.J. Smith.
Yeah, good job right there on the call. The play call, Mr. Ingram, to roll him out. Northwest brought 4 that time, so they brought some extra pressure because they got a three-man line up front. Great job right there on the passing catch.
Gets Stover some confidence, too. Got outside the pocket there, threw a good ball, good catch. Need that.
So it'll be a 3rd down and a long 3 here for the Indians. ICC would love to convert this down here. Stover sends their tight end in motion here to the near side. Gets the snap, wants to set up a screen pass. Now cuts across the middle, but the Rangers sniffed that one out without any issues there. The big man, I believe that was Coleman coming in for the Rangers to sniff that one out.
Yeah, and I talked last week about throwing some screens, and I don't disagree with the play call right there, working in some short passes, some short screens. What I did notice on Northwest on that one, they had nobody deep. They did not have a deep safety on that play. I don't know if that would have been a good time to try to go deep or you would have had more man-man coverage or not.
So now it'll be a Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Indians. It'll be a good one here, high spiraling kick. And it's going to hit and take a little bit of an Indian roll, then turn into a Ranger roll back to the 50. So the Rangers are getting good field position. And, guys, that's just kind of been the trouble for the Indians all year this year. The offense not creating anything and giving the opposing team short fields to work with.
No doubt about it. And we said this the last 3 weeks. Defense is going to have to step up. And they have stepped up, Brad. Got to do it again tonight here early in the first quarter. 13 minutes left in the first quarter. No score, ICC Northwest.
So the Rangers will come out here with a 1st down and 10. Going to go with 3 receivers here on the near side and running back in the backfield. Man in motion now going to the top of your screen for those watching on letsgoicctv.com. Plenty of time to throw out to the flat. It is complete, and it's going to be a big pickup there as that was Hobson reeling that one in for the 1st down.
Yeah, just a little short, pass there to the wide receiver Hobson. Just kind of a little stop route right there. Was able to bring it in, get the 1st down. ICC brought 5 that time on the front.
Quarterback is Keegan Patterson. I'm not going to talk about where he's a transfer from.
I saw that from USC.
Well, you talk.
I'm sorry, I can talk about it. You can't. I know.
He's going to drop back, wanting to throw again. This one over the middle, and it's batted down. And as you said, Brad, a nice play there as that was Nyland Harper breaking that one up.
Great timing right there by Harper, Mr. Ingram, on the hit. That was a catch. Harper came in, made the hit. The ball went out. Incomplete pass.
Good job, and this is a good-looking quarterback. As we mentioned, a transfer from Southern California.
And the reason I say I can't talk about that, I'm a Notre Dame fan, for those that are wondering. He wants to drop back and pass. There is a flag, and the Indians roll the dice, try to go for the pick. He misses a tackle, and into the end zone goes Hobson. And we'll have to see what this flag is here. As of right now, it's a 36-yard touchdown pass. Indians were offside, and that's going to count for the scores. It'll be declined. 2:16 to play here. The Rangers strike first.
Soft coverage right there on the corner that time, very soft. It was an easy catch and throw right there, and then, like you said, the cornerback came up going to try to knock the ball out of his hands, try the timing there. Unable to do so, guy scores easily.
The kick is up, and the kick is true. So the Rangers take a early 7-0 lead here over the Indians. We'll take a timeout, hear a word from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back as we get set here for another First American National Bank kickoff. It'll be coming from the Rangers. As trying to make sure we get the
great play right there by Crump there on special teams for Northwest. Basically the same return style there. Mr. Ingram was returned left. And so Zay Davis had a hole there. Crump came in and filled that hole, made a heck of a tackle. We still didn't even get it out to the 25. We're starting on our 21. Better field position than
no
we
doubt. did
We're
on
earlier.
the 15 earlier. Need some drives here, Brad. Yes, we're behind 7-0. Game just started, 12-10 left in the first quarter. Plenty of time for the Indians.
First down and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford. French is back in the game after being shaken up earlier. The Rangers, I'm just going to say this, guys, right now, just saying, okay, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to throw the ball tonight because they are pretty much just stacking everybody up to stop the run.
Well, they've seen game film. I mean, they've seen our tapes. There's no doubt. Just like we've seen theirs. And they know that, we struggle sometimes with throwing the ball. So they're going to focus on the run. They're going to make us beat them throwing the ball. And that's when, if we can ever beat them throwing the ball, then they'll drop back their coverage.
Loss of 2 on the play. Low snap. Stover gets it, now throws over the middle. Indians complete it. Nice juke move to move forward, and it's got a chunk of the yardage there. Going to bring up a third down and short situation there for the Indians.
Yeah, great catch right there by Scott, Mr. Ingram.
Back up tight end, made a good catch. Good move, got extra yardage. Third down, only 1 yard.
So it'll be a third down and 1 situation here now for the Indians. As they come to the line of scrimmage, Indians really need to convert this down here. Shotgun formation. Stover is your quarterback, and the give is going to be to French, and he breaks through, slips off a tackle, now jumps over another one out to the 40, still fighting forward, and fights his way forward for the big pickup there. And, guys, that was a big boy run.
That's what I was talking about. Connect. We connected on a long pass play there. It's going to loosen up that defense a little bit because they're going to know that we can throw the ball. That loosened up the defense and allowed French to get the first down.
No doubt about it. And our offense has struggled, but French has not struggled. He's run hard every game.
Now he wants to cut it back, tries to go up the middle, was met at the line of scrimmage, maybe fights forward for a gain of 2 on the play. So to bring up a second down and 8 situation there. And, Jim, you said it, French has ran really hard, and he's one of those, he's tough to bring down on that first contact.
You would have to say French has been the MVP on our offensive side of the ball so far this year.
So it'll be a second down and 8 situation now, coming up on 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Rangers 7, ICC 0. Indians with 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Stover, that's where he wants to roll to. Quick pass is out to the flat, complete. ICC making some guys miss as that pass was reeled in there by T.J. Atkins, and it's going to bring up a third down and short situation.
Again, I like the play call. You're rolling Stover out to the right. You're getting a chunk of yards right there, and now it's third and short again, Mr. Ingram.
No doubt, 3rd and 1. We got the ball there, 47. I don't want to say this, but I will. If we come up short here, I say we got to go for it and show some confidence in offense.
Why'd you say it?
We're going to get the first down here. We're going to get it right now. Right now.
Stover in the shotgun. 2 receivers here on the near side. One on the far side, there is a tight end. They're going to hand it to French, and French is going to fight forward.
Got it.
And
he got it.
Mr. Jim, that extra effort kept you from being a liar.
That's
Move
right.
the chains for a first down.
I like the play call there, though, too, because you're moving them up front. We got to get movement up front on that O-line to move that D-line back. We're able to do so. And, again, it wasn't a big chunk of yardage, enough to get the first down.
Brad, look at this. Possession and field position, we're doing it right now.
That's another Davis Ford first down for the Indians. Inside 9 minutes to go now in the first quarter. 7-0, Rangers with the lead. ICC with the ball just shy of the 45-yard line. Give us to French. He wants to get to the outside, then cuts it back up the middle. And another solid pickup there, a first down of about 4, so it should bring up a second down and 6.
Yeah, good play call. Northwest is not bringing as many now. They only brought 3, if I'm not mistaken, on that play right there. So, again, the defense has loosened up some for us to run the ball. It's just kind of a cat and mouse game right now as far as play calling.
So the Indians with a tight end, 2 receivers on the far side of the field, French still in the backfield. 1 receiver here on the bottom of your screen for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Stover rolling out, got pressure. Going to have to do something with the football now. Tries to load it up, throw it downfield. Just simply throws that one away. good idea there. Nobody was open for the Indians. Good coverage by the Rangers. Good job of just tossing that one away to avoid the sack.
Yeah, good, smart move right there to get rid of the ball. Don't take the sack. Again, we're still in, we're 3rd and 6 here. It was a good rollout. Northwest was ready for that. They did bring some pressure on the backside there of Stover, so good play.
Did he just mark the ball wrong?
He
marked
did.
Hey.
Moved the ball back.
We need our coaches to see this.
There we go. It should be a 3rd down and 6.
And he moved it back to 3rd and 10.
Now it's 3rd down and 10.
No, he marked it wrong. That's on the official.
You just banged your head on the glass.
No, I didn't bang my head, but I wanted to.
Yes.
I know, I'm seeing
You know what that means, Brad? We're getting closer and closer to road rage Jim
No,
here.
no road rage. I'd rather them not cheat us during the game.
Well, I'm with you, but I'm just concerned right now.
I'll calm down.
I like your enthusiasm.
I like the fire. I like a fiery Jimmy.
Yeah. You know, it was 3rd and 6, and all of a sudden the official goes back 4 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. So they need to correct that.
It's still not right. They're going to make it a 3rd down and 8.
It's 3rd and 6.
And that's what Coach Macon's talking.
Yeah, the scoreboard's even showing 3rd and 6. That's all they got a reference right there. So the Indians getting cheated 2 yards on the play, and Coach Macon, rightfully so, is just irate. The official on the sidelines trying to get it squared away, and they're still going to have to stop this. And it's 3rd down and 6, not 3rd down and 8.
How did they get this mixed up?
I have no idea. And these are the guys that demand more pay each year. And I mean, you literally had to tell the chain guy to move back from where he was. So hopefully they're going to get this situated and sorted out. And good job by Coach Macon not to just let it slide, because the officials were trying to tell him that's what it was. But now they are going to move it up now to a 3rd down and 6. That's what we say, #JUCO, baby. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6 situation after all that discombobulation there onto the field. Indians with it, needs the possession down. Going to try to go long. He's got a man, and does he stay in bounds? No.
What about pass interference?
That should have been PI.
Drag that foot in, and guys, I'm with you. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going both ways, and unfortunately that doesn't go the way of the Indians. And Mr. Ingram, I think you're right. They're going to keep the offense on the field here.
Well, that was a good passing catch right there, but that was PI. No, they're bringing in the punt team, and I don't blame them right here. I think you play field position early in the game. I would bring out the punt team. It's easy for me to say that once they come out. Too,
but you're on money here. I like it. You see them run on the field, you say, let's bring the punt team
That's
out.
what I would do.
Yeah.
So it'll be a 4th down and 6 situation here. Indians do come on for the Little Caesars punt. No pressure being brought that time by the Rangers. Good high coverage punt. It's going to hit and unfortunately roll through the back of the end zone. And that'll be a 1st down and 10 coming up here for the Rangers, brought to you by Davis Ford. But guys, a promising drive, a drive that looked improved from some of the previous ones we've seen.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it was a great drive, putting together some 1st downs right there. The defense, I know, was over here excited to see that.
No doubt.
We did the right thing, in my opinion, here. We played field position. We punt the ball. Northwest is going to have it at their own 20.
So it will be a 1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by our friends over at Davis Ford. If you're looking for a used automobile, or hey, say maybe you need to get your vehicle worked on, the folks at Davis Ford can hook you up there, 904 West Main Street, right here in Fulton. So 2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Rangers. There is a running back to the right of the quarterback. Indians gave up a very easy touchdown on the last possession. This time the pass is out, and it's going to be a gain of about 6 on 1st down there for the Rangers.
Yeah, they're dropping back in that zone coverage, Mr. Ingram, and our zone guys not able to get over there quick enough to get the coverage on the wide receiver.
So now the snap's bobbled. He's going to roll out, thinking about running. He's going to try to get to the sideline. Does so when he gets to about the 30. And, the Indians gave him a push in the back right as he was almost out of bounds. Could have easily drawn a flag there.
Adam, you're right. I was looking for the flag. Thank goodness they didn't throw it. Give Northwest credit. They got a 1st down. They got the ball at their own 31-yard line. Clock running 1st quarter. 7:20 left in the 1st quarter. Northwest 7, ICC 0.
So the Rangers looking to the sideline to get the play here. And taking a little bit more time off the clock than normal. 12 seconds now on the play clock. 1st down and 10 here for the Rangers. High snap. Indians got a chance at
what
what
a
a hit. And the Indians recover it. No, it's still loose. And now the Indians get it.
I think we were on it early. Number 33 got on it, which was J.D.
Methvin.
Thank you. Methvin got on that ball. What a hit there on the quarterback, and that was all due to the high snap.
No doubt about it. I think that's Muscle White, our sophomore linebacker, and he kind of got shook up. He got there so quick. He wasn't ready, but he exploded on the quarterback. Got to take advantage of this field position. Got the ball there, 24. We're down 7-0.
I don't know, if he's taken many shots like that at USC. That's JUCO football right there.
No doubt.
He would have if he'd been in South Bend.
Hey.
So it's going to be first down and 10 here for the Indians after the turnover. A big one there to get the ball back here. And ICC, as you said, Jim, needs to cash in. Great play there. And that'll move the chains for another first down.
All right, the backer came up to pick up on the quarterback. You have the guy running out, Stover rolling out to the right. Backer chose the quarterback. French, I think it was French, was able to slip out there in the flats. Easy passing catch, first down.
That was Oliver that reeled that one in.
Traylon Oliver.
That's the bad thing about having a 9 and a 4 at running back. They both kind of blend into each other from time to time. But either goes the Indians now with good opportunity to answer the bell here, trailing 7-0 with 6:21 to go in the first quarter. Oliver still your running back. And it's going to be a quick pass out to the flats, little bubble screen. Now cuts back to the inside. Touchdown, Indians!
No flags. You talk about a shot of confidence. We needed it.
First offensive touchdown in the last. We hadn't won in the first game. Didn't have the Indian in the last two.
That's correct.
That's it. Great job right there by the offense. Again, the defense helping to produce a turnover there. Yes, it was a high snap, but great job there by the offense. The offense is looking a little sharper tonight, Mr.
No doubt about it. Sam, who was that scored for us? 0.
That was T.J. Atkins that reeled in that touchdown. Indians, some confusion on the field right now on who's to be out there, and finally getting someone late to check in here on the extra point. They still have plenty of time. 12 seconds on the play clock as they get everyone out there. The chop starting to rock here at Eaton Field. Awaiting the extra point. The snap was bobbled. The kick, though, is up, and it is good. So the Indians tie it up 7-7 with 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Indians answer in a big way there. 7-7 now is the score. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. This is another First American National Bank kickoff coming up here, this time by the Indians. Guys, big-time answer there after creating the turnover turning into points, so the defense once again making things happen.
Adam, you're right. Let's be honest. Our offense has struggled. We've talked about it last 3 weeks. And to be honest, Stover, the freshman quarterback, has struggled. So a shot of confidence tonight on this drive for him, Brad.
Line drive kick is going to be taken at the 1-yard line here by the Rangers, trying to set the wall up in the middle. The Indians attack, and they make a nice play, tackling him at about the 20-yard line. That's where the Rangers have it, 1st and 10.
Yeah, good coverage right there by the Indians on special teams. Those of y'all that are listening to us, and hopefully you are, you hear Mr. Ingram calling out Sam, and I know y'all are confused because Sam is not on the air.
My fault.
He does that at times.
I just call out names.
He just calls out
whatever names I can think of.
And that's when he's mad. So he was so enthused at him, he called out Sam.
Sam is our PA man, and he keeps up with stuff a lot better than Jim does. So that's why I called out Sam.
So it'll be a first down.
Sam helped us.
1st down and 10 situation now here for the Rangers. Pistol formation. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Now a man in motion coming in tight from the tight end position. Snap back is handled this time, but the Indians stack him up in the backfield.
Great push up front by the D line right there to come in there and help make that play. Excellent job. That should be a loss.
That was Jaden Walker in the backfield along with Tony Lucius. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play. And so it'll be 2nd down and 11 now. So the Rangers going to stick with the same similar formation. This time the tight end's going to go in motion. Running back to the left of the quarterback. Gets the snap. Looking to throw, nothing there. Now is trying to reverse field, trying to go up the middle, and there the Indians are again.
Yeah, great coverage there in the secondary, Mr. Ingram, by the defense. Indians got a player shook up down on the field right now.
Yeah, that looks like Tony Lucius that was shaken up on the play.
Brad, you make a great point. That was a sack by our defensive coverage, by our linebackers, defensive backs, had great coverage, gave our defensive line time to get to the quarterback.
We're going to take a quick break and be back with more right after this.
The new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
movie night, picnic, sleepover,
and NFL football games. Get the 4-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to action. Good to see Tony Lucius able to run off the field on his own power there. 3rd down and 14, and that's going to be some movement, I believe, there on the Rangers. And that's going to back them up even more. And, guys, right now, things going the way of the Indians. It's going to be a 3rd down and 19 situation now here for the Rangers.
Yeah, what we can't do here, though, is get comfortable and give up a long yardage play here. We need this field position.
No doubt. Get off the field on this play.
So the Rangers try to go with a hard snap to see if they can get the Indians to jump. They did not. Now they're going to look to the sidelines to get the play call. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Patterson is still your quarterback. Running back now moves to his left. Snap's a good one. Pressure up the middle by the Indians. Pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage, and the ICC defense comes up and makes another great play.
Yeah, great job there. Great series. Again, you got to have to feel that quarterback for Northwest remembers that hit.
No doubt. He remembers the hit.
Yeah.
He's not got a lot of confidence with his center right now, has some bad snaps. Mm-hmm. This is a key for field position. He's punting out his end zone. And, guys, Dilworth has been close all year in breaking one. Maybe this is the time.
So it'll be a Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Rangers. They are kicking about 3 yards deep out of their end zone. The snap's a good one. The Indians do bring pressure, but picked up nicely there. Quick kick that's going to hit and roll, and it's going to be continuing to roll. Takes a Rangers roll all the way down to about the 42-yard line, but still good field position starting here for the offense that's shown a little bit of life that we haven't seen over the last 3 games.
Yeah, not the best punt right there by Northwest, so we did what we needed to do. We needed to let that go. It dropped early there. The ball hit before the 50, I think, and got some rolls there behind it there. So great job there on special teams. We need to let it go. Now it's time for the offense to produce and put together another drive.
No doubt about it, and they should have some confidence. They finally got on the scoreboard here. First quarter, 7-7, 4:19 left in the first quarter. Northwest and ICC all tied up. ICC's got the ball at their own 42.
Should mention 7-7 is your score. First down and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford. Handoff up the middle. That's French who breaks it to the outside. Now Spence goes forward, and that's an impressive run there by Charleston.
Again, we loosened up the defense when they saw we were able to throw the ball. We were able to make connection and throw the ball. Defense had to loosen up. That's allowing the run.
And let me say this, which I have not said often this year. Good job by the offensive line blocking.
That'll be another Davis Ford first down here for the Indians. Stover, the quarterback. French still in there with him, and he's going to get the handoff again, this time trying to cut up to the other side of the field. And another solid pickup there of about 5 on first down.
Now what you're probably watching here, if you're offensive coordinator, Coach Megan, whomever, you're going to watch that defense. And if they're going to still creep up on French for the run, that's when you're going to try to take that shot downfield.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 5 situation. Clock is rolling inside 3:30 to play here in the first quarter. 7-7 ICC and the Rangers of Northwest. Stover, your quarterback. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. They do have a tight end tucked in tight. And a receiver here at the bottom of your screen for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV. Stover, quick hit to the tight end. It was there, but the pressure forced him to throw it a little bit quickly. And by the time Stover turned around, it was on top of him.
Yeah, they probably wanted that play to develop a little more than it was able to. Still a good pass by Stover in and out of the hands of the tight end there. He's just unable to bring it in.
So now it's going to be possession down here for the Indians. 3rd down and 5. Stover, your quarterback. 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side of the field. Tight end still in there for the Indians. French is still your running back. He's currently to the right of Stover. Ball is at the 38-yard line. Play clock down to 7 seconds. ICC now gets the snap off. Play action. Stover dropping back, looking to throw. Nobody open, and is simply just going to throw this one away. And we'll see if the Indians probably going to send out the punting unit here one more time. And guys, good coverage downfield there by the Rangers.
Yeah, they were expecting pass, which they dropped several back in coverage right there. The defense did, Mr. Ingram for Northwest. That's the reason why Stover had plenty of time on that rollout to throw it, but there was nothing downfield.
And a good job by that defensive lineman to stay home and kind of force him just to move east to west versus getting an opportunity to turn the ball up north, and just basically ran him out of bounds and forced him to throw that one away. Another Little Caesars punt coming up here. This is going to be Carson Langford.
Oh, no.
And a bad snap well over his head. Carson's going to have to pick it up and see if he can make something happen here. And he's not going to be able to do it as he picks it up, looks up, and sees nothing but gray jerseys in front of him. He thought about kicking it. Smart decision not to. Just eat that one. And, man, guys, that hurts.
Yeah, you can't make these types of plays like that. Now we're going into the mistakes part of things. Northwest made one. We made them pay. Now let's hope the defense, as we've said, we call on them that they can step up big right here, Mr. Ingram.
Need to. They got good field position. Our 30-yard line, we're all tied up 7 apiece. 2:52 left in the first quarter.
Just got a update from the sideline from Coach Andy Kirk, and he's saying right now Thomas Klein is on the sideline getting ice and reevaluated to see if he'll be able to come back in a little bit later tonight. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Rangers. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. And they're going to drop back, wanting to throw. Pump fakes. Now goes deep. He's got a man wide open, and that is about as easy as it gets right there. Don't know what happened to the secondary as they just let Hobson get right behind them, and that was a quick touchdown toss.
Yeah, bit on that pump fake basically is what happened, but you had 2. You had a safety and a DB back there, but they bit on that pump fake.
So with 2:45, the Rangers answers and takes advantage of that bad snap by the Indians. We're awaiting the extra point here. Snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-7, Rangers with the lead. 2:45 to go here in the first. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with more right after this.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-7 is your score. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be another First American National Bank kickoff here, this time by the Rangers, as we're back and forth in this one. And right now it's just been a game of miscues that has been the difference in the game. ICC able to force a turnover, scored on that one. Then the bad snap by the Indians gives the lead right back to the Rangers. This First American National Bank kick is going to hit and be taken at about the 3-yard line by the Indians, trying to find somewhere to go, and great coverage downfield that time. And guys, that's one you might have thought about maybe letting to see if it would roll into the end zone, because this Rangers special teams has been really good on their kick coverage.
Well, both of us have been, to be honest with you. We both had great special teams kick coverage. But, yes, the Rangers have definitely had our number all night on these kickoffs.
So it'll be a first down and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford right here in Fulton. There's 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. The Rangers 14, ICC 7. Stover, still your quarterback. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. He's got a running back to his left, and that's going to be Oliver, who's going to get the handoff, and he is going to be hit, stacked up, and stopped maybe back at the original line of scrimmage. Are they actually going to give him a gain? Nope. They're going to mark him back for a loss on the play.
His helmet came off, so he'll have to come off the field. French in now. Great push up front there by the Northwest Rangers. They also brought pressure on the outside there, the opposite side, so was able to make the tackle and wrap him up there. So a loss of 1, looks like.
So it will be a second down and 11 now, inside 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Stover wants to roll out. He's got a man, and that's going to be up to French, and French lowers his shoulder and is going to be ushered out of bounds that time after a gain of about 3 on the play. So it should bring up about a 3rd down and 8 situation here for the Indians.
Brad, this is very important. The momentum is with Northwest. They're up 14-7. We're deep in our own territory, 3rd and 8 at our own, where is it, about the 18-yard line, and we need a first down to keep the ball. We don't need to give them the ball back this quickly.
So it will be a 3rd down and 9 situation here. Let's call it a short 9, a long 8. Actually, now they move the stick back a little bit more, so it'll be a true 9 yards. Out of the shotgun are the Indians. Kind of a slow snap. Stover's going to have to try to avoid pressure. He's forced out of the pocket. He's going to throw this one downfield, and it's going to be out of bounds. And, guys, when the Rangers know they're in a pass situation, they just pin their ears back and get after Stover. And Stover rolled to his right, and really nobody over there with him.
Well, that's been his bread and butter all night. He's rolled right several times, and I understand the reasoning behind that. That gets you away from those deep, big linemen there that are pressuring us up front, but you can't keep doing the same thing. At some point, you got to stay in the pocket, let the pocket form, and then make a pass downfield.
Another Little Caesars punt coming up here. As the snap's a good one. The Indians need to get off a really good kick here. It's high kick.
It does.
That's the best kick I've seen he's had
it's going to hit, and it's going to be returned backwards, and the Indians are there. What a kick by the Indians.
Yeah, great kick there again by Langford. Beautiful punt. I'm sure Mr. Ingram's got the yardage.
I'm looking at it right now. It's around a 52-yard punt, if I'm not mistaken.
Not only was it a 52-yard kick, it was also the hang time that allowed the defense to get down and make the play and knock them back inside the 30-yard line. They're actually going to mark it up to the 30. They're going to be very generous with the forward progress there, but booming kick, and that's just what the Indians needed there.
Best kick Carson Langford's had all year. It was beautiful, and we needed it.
So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Rangers at the 30-yard line. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. 14-7, Northwest with the lead here over the Indians. Pistol formation for the Rangers. 2 receivers here on the near side of the field. Play action fake. They want to roll out to the flats to the tight end. Wide open. Now going to try to get upfield and does so. And a nice solid pickup there on first down. That was Will Dabney that reeled in that pass. 6'4", 230-pound tight end out of Lafayette High School. A good-looking athlete there for the Rangers.
Yeah, the backer didn't pick up the tight end coming out right there on that little out route there, and so the DB had to come up and make a tackle on Dabney there. So, again, great play call there by Northwest.
Second down and 3 now for the Rangers. Inside 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Handoff, running back in the backfield. The Indians hit him in the backfield, but the second effort might have been enough for the first down. Or actually, I'm going to say a little shy.
I'm going to say that's short right there.
Wow, I thought he had actually gained pretty good yardage, but only credited for a gain of 1 on the play. So the Indians got pretty good penetration there on the play. It's going to be a handoff this time up the middle, and the second effort spun him around across the 40, and that should be good enough there for a first down as we end the first quarter play. Rangers 14, Indians 7. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season? Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off-season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter of play. ICC trailing the Rangers 14-7. As it'll be a first down and 10 situation here for the Rangers. Indians miss a tackle. Second effort will make it a gain of about 11 and move the chains again. And guys, we've talked about that a lot. We've seen a lot of missed tackles by the Indians this season.
Yeah, that was a great play action on their end, though, right there, because he, stuck that ball out there perfectly for the running back to take and, just pulled it. And so it was a great play action play right there. Defense, I think they kind of bit on that some.
And so it'll be another first down and 10 here for the Rangers. The ball's across midfield now at about the 47. Play action fake again over the middle, tip drill, and no, the Indians just could not get to it. An opportunity there as that one was pass incomplete, as I believe that was Samson Israel, who had a chance to come in and take that one away.
Yeah, Indians been good on that this season so far in our secondary on any type of tip drill or just kind of picking a pass off. So I'd love to see the Indians get them another pick here for the season here and get one tonight.
You're right, Brad. We need to get off the field here. They drive them. They get the ball at our 47 up 14-7. Second period just started.
Second down and 10, tight end in motion here to the near side. And it's going to be a play action fake again, and the pass is thrown behind the tight end. And probably good that it was because the Indians read that one well. It's going to bring up a third down and 10 now here for the Rangers.
Well, the Indians brought pressure there with Jaden Thompson, who had a big week last week, broke through there and was putting pressure on the quarterback. Excellent job.
Good job, and Wadley had the coverage.
So it'll be a third down and 10. Clock is stopped with 14 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter, 14-7. Rangers with the lead here over the Indians. And then the Rangers move again there on the far side of the field. And we saw that earlier. The Indians were able to take advantage and force a turnover. So just a little bit of mental discipline there for the Rangers.
Yeah, that'll drop them back 5, so it'll make it even harder for them here, Mr. Ingram. That's now going to put them on back to their own 48 or 7.
Correct. 48, third and 15, possession down here.
So the Indians defense, they've played tough all season. ICC needs to see if they can find a way to once again get off the field here and maybe get that offense back with a little bit of mojo going. So waiting the snap on this third down and 15. Quarterback drops back. He's wanting to set up the screen, but the Indians read that one nicely. So now he's just going to have to throw this one away. Great job of discipline there by the Indians defense. Good call by the DC that time to say, be aware of the screen. The Indians saw it, they count back, and they took the play away.
That's exactly what they did. The Indians brought some pressure on this side, and then all of a sudden they dropped back. They saw the screen, they picked it up, and they dropped back. Great call right there by the defensive coordinator, Justin Lucas, right there. Excellent job there. Northwest going to have to punt.
Foster will drop back to kick this one away. Here, this Little Caesars punt. As we wait the snap, it's a good one. But there is whistles. False start on the Rangers, so going to back them up a little bit more here, and that's really going to help the cause here for the Indians.
Yeah, I'm liking it because, again, we don't want him to flip the field position too much. Now, his first punt that we saw from Northwest was not anything outstanding, but that's still he's in an opportune time here to flip the field if he gets off a good one.
So we'll wait the snap here on the redo. It's a good one. Indians bring pressure, but picked up nicely. This is going to be a kick down, and it's actually going to hit an Indian player.
Oh, no.
And now the ball's free, and I believe the Rangers have got it.
Yeah, it wasn't a good kick. Again, it's hitting short. And, of course, that's where if you're the return man, you got to tell everybody to get away, because what you've got is you've got players blocking right there for your return man, and they don't see the ball, Mr. Ingram. And so that ball hits short, and easily kicks off one of our guys' legs who are blocking.
They're giving us the ball.
That's
they're
a
gonna
break.
say it's us.
That's a big-time break there for the Indians.
Still, that's tricky right there.
That
and that's
is tricky.
in any,
Now they're going to say Rangers ball.
No, they came back and gave it to Rangers.
Yeah, I thought they were pointing the wrong way. And
Don't you get mad, Mr. Ingram.
No, I'm not.
Hulk up, Mr. Ingram. I didn't see you turn green.
No. I think they got it right, unfortunately. And we got to make a stand here, Brad. They got the ball at our 29. They're up 14-7, 13:58 left in the second quarter.
And the Indians, a lot of confusion right now after they thought they had the ball. And now they're having to get the defense on the field late here. So it will be first down and 10 here for the Rangers. The ball is going to be at about the 29-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff to the long running back in the backfield. The Indians read that one well and stop the run.
Great job on the outside over there. For the Indians, that was number 47. Looks like Ray on the defensive line over there did an excellent job of fighting off that block and making a tackle on the on that far side over there.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be a second down and 8. Clock is running at 13:30 to go here. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll have the ICC All-American Band halftime performance as well. Pistol formation once again. Play action fake. Wanting to roll out this time, looking to the sidelines. They were trying to find the tight end, but the Indians stuck well with him, and all he can do is throw that one away.
Yeah, and our defensive backs did a good job on coverage right there. They were looking at that stop route, basically that stop and run and going out right there. Our guys covered. Israel did a great job on the far side over there of covering that wide receiver.
So it'll be a third down and 8 situation here. Clock is stopped with 13:17 to go in the second quarter. Rangers, you feel like probably in 2-down territory.
No doubt about it.
Might even think about maybe kicking a field goal. Depends on what the situation is here after this third down and 8 situation. Taking a lot of time. Play clock now down to 10 seconds. Going to send the tight end in motion. Coming in tight now. 2 receivers on the bottom of your screen. Patterson pumps, goes deep. Jump ball. Back of the end zone. Does he haul it in?
Out.
And they're going to say no. Well, they were begging for it, and it was a call that really and truly, in my opinion, guys, could have went either way. Rangers roll the dice and come up empty. That makes me think they're probably going to go for it here.
I believe they are, Adam. It's too far for a field goal, I believe. So they're going to run another play, 4th and 8. They got the ball at our 27-yard line. Big down here, Brad. Got to get off the field.
So the Rangers getting the play call from the sideline. It is going to be 4th down and 8. 13:08 to go here in the second quarter. Rangers 14, ICC 7. Now they're going to check the play after seeing the defense. Have a tight end tight here on the left side, running back in the backfield. They're going to switch to the pistol formation. 2 receivers here on the near side, one-on-one coverage up top. And it's going to be play action. Throw over the middle, pass is complete. And an easy completion there, as that time the Indians playing a little bit of soft coverage. Good read that time by number 7, Hobson. He's been the number 1 target tonight for the Rangers, as he's a transfer from Mississippi State. Recognized that, went under the underneath route and reeled in the first down. So the Rangers going to get it back. This time it's going to be a handoff. Cuts across the middle, gets across the 5, and is going to be down about the 3-yard line. So the Rangers knocking on the door.
Got to play some defense here, guys.
So the Indians are going to call timeout right here.
Yeah, the Rangers, ICC is going to have to call a timeout. Some substitution situations going on there. We'll take the timeout with them. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
The new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
movie night, picnic, sleepover,
and NFL football games. Get a 4-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout as we reset here. There's 12:27 to go. It's going to be second down and goal to go from the 4-yard line here for the Rangers. They lead at 14-7, but knocking on the door to see if they can go up here in this situation and take advantage of the Indian turnover to put more points on the board. And right now the Indians kind of their own worst enemy in this situation. Got a running back to the left of the quarterback. He's going to get it, tries to cut it back up the middle, looks to go on the outside. The Indians had him in the backfield, but then that extra effort maybe have got it back to the original line of scrimmage, possibly a gain of 1.
Yeah, still a good play up front right there, and good play by the defense, battling up front right there and not allowing him to make a big play on his feet there. So it is a third down here. It looks like, what, 3rd and 3, Mr. Ingram?
2.5 yards, I believe, from the goal line. Need to step up here, Brad. Got to step up.
It's going to be a handoff once again.
Good
the
job.
Indians there. He's trying to fight forward, and he's going to get it down to the 1.
Yeah, so now you got a 4th down here and 1, as you say, Adam. They're going to go. Either that or they're going to hard count, I don't know, and kick.
I think they're going to go for it.
It's going to be a big-time play here for the Indian defense. They do try to go for the hard snap count. The Indians don't bite on it. Now the Rangers going to reassess the offensive call here. Patterson goes to the little line of scrimmage, barks out his signals. Got a running back to his right and a tight end to his left. High snap here, and the Indians
pick it up.
Had a chance to scoop it up
They
there.
ball anyway.
But the Indians are able to get the fumble recovery and a big-time play there, as that was number 33 for the Indians. That's going to be J.D. Methvin to come in and make that play. Guys, second time tonight we've seen a high snap cost the Rangers, and that's a big one there, guys. The Indians defense came away to keep them off the board.
Brad, we had to have it. We've had some mistakes tonight. Bad snap cost us some points. Then we just fumbled that punt. Defense stepped up. You know, they struggled, let's be honest. In the first quarter, defense struggled a little bit on some coverage. They're playing hard now in the second half. Offense got to get us some movement going.
So yeah, absolutely. And that's the second time Methvin stepped
No
up
doubt
tonight
about
and
it.
made a big play. Sorry to interrupt there, Adam.
Very good. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 here, brought to you by Davis Ford for the Indians. And it's going to be a handoff in the backfield. This is Oliver with it, knifes his way forward, and a solid pickup there on 1st down.
Yeah, good pickup. Like you say, there's no hurry around here. You got 11 minutes left here in the second quarter, so there should be no rush. We should be thinking ball control right here, hopefully keeping this ball on offense as long as we possibly can.
Flip the field position, Brad. That's very important. We got the ball at our own 16. Need to get some first downs.
Stover, the quarterback, tight end in there with him. Oliver now goes out to the flats. 2 receivers on the far side. Stover wants to now run. Don't see him do that too often.
Oh, flag.
And they're going to say they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt as Stover tried to slide that time. Took a pretty nasty hit. And he's able to pop up on his own, but more importantly, he does pick up that 1st down. As Stover having to take that knee brace off after sliding down that time. And, you know, sometimes it takes that type of play to get some confidence in a quarterback saying, okay, I can take a lick. Let's make this thing happen here.
Yeah, great job by stepping up right there. I like seeing that, stepping up in the pocket, finding a lane right there and picking up that 1st down.
1st down brought to you by Davis Ford here in Fulton. Stover, the quarterback, trying to go for the hard snap count.
Showing pressure.
They're showing pressure, and Oliver goes through the hole and carries the guy forward for about 2 yards, riding on his back there. Nice run by Oliver.
Great play call right there. Rangers showing pressure on the right side, on the far side, Mr. Ingram. We call a run here on this near side. Excellent play call.
No doubt about it. They had the blitz on. He had one man to beat. He had an open field if he could got by that one man.
9:40 to go here until halftime. Northwest 14, ICC 7. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 situation here for the Indians. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, tight end here on the near side, along with another receiver. Oliver in the backfield. Play action fake.
Great.
Zips it across, and the pass is complete.
Yeah, great job right there on the play fake right there, just on the quick handoff, just enough to get that, hit that quick slant right there, Mr. Ingram.
That was A.J. Smith that reels that one in, moves the chains once again. That 1st down being brought to you by Davis Ford. The Indians marching down the field after getting the stop defensively thanks to a high snap on 4th down. 9 minutes to go now until halftime. Rangers 14, Indians 7. ICC with 3 receivers here on the near side and running back to the left of Stover. Play action fake. Stover wants to tuck it. Now he's thinking about running again. He will. Follows the block of the center and a big-time run there. And I tell you what, guys, we're starting to see Stover grow up a little bit here in front of us.
No doubt about it.
Great job, Mr. Ingram. Again, the pressure was coming from the outside. Northwest brought pressure on this near side right here to us. Stover read it, saw it, stepped up, got the 1st down.
And that was a big-time block by Rodney Newsom that really cleared that lane open and allowed the Indians to pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be Oliver this time, wants to cut it back to the other side of the field, and we'll get it down to about the 45-yard line. And so another solid pickup there of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, again, you're seeing the offense picking up some first downs. There's some confidence. There's some momentum going. The defense is over here seeing that. That's helping the whole team.
No doubt about it. And we've moved the ball from our own 13 all the way out here to their 45-yard line on this drive.
2nd down and 7. Inside 8 minutes to go now until halftime. Indians in the pistol formation. They do have a tight end now shifting from his left to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Oliver. He's going to try to bounce to the outside and just gets upended that time and didn't get any help blocking or covering the edge that time, and the receivers got to do a little bit better job of at least getting in the way and allowing him to get some forward
Adam,
motion.
you're right. We missed our block on the edge. That guy made the tackle. Play could not develop because we missed the block outside.
Yeah, we missed the block outside, and they were pushing us back on the inside, too, on that O-line. So they won that battle all the way around. They're showing pressure, where they're bringing it up right here, showing blitz. They be back out of it. We'll see if they still show blitz here on this 3rd down play, 3rd and 6. They dropped them back.
Oliver does gain 1 yard on that previous carry. Now they're going to try to go downfield, and they're going to say no pass interference that time. Both players kind of get tangled up with each other. And
I almost called offensive pass interference.
I agree with Brad. That's not defensive pass interference. It's a good no call. It helps us because it could have been offensive pass interference.
So it will be a 4th down and 6 situation coming up here. The Indians will send the punt unit on the field. Carson Langford out of Saltillo in to kick this one away. And the Indians, we talked about, Jim, if you couldn't score, you wanted to try to flip field position here, see if they can maybe pin one inside the 10. High snap, had to climb the ladder to go get it. Now they're going to fake it. They've got a man open.
You got to get across.
He does. Woo. Second effort. Wow.
What a play by Carson Langford.
Give Langford credit.
And now the officials are going to look at it here, and they're going to say 1st down. Boy, I tell you what, guys, the high snap almost messed that one up. The Indians roll the dice, get a little creative there, and a fake punt for the 1st down. Needed 6, got 6.5.
We had a guy also on the right edge. You know, he had 2 men he could look at, made the right decision, threw it to the left side of the field, got the 1st down.
They've been working on that in practice this week, as you can probably tell. Great play right there by Langford, stepping up big. That's 2 right there, 2 times he stepped up huge tonight.
So that will move the chains. That'll be a Davis Ford 1st down here for the Indians. Pistol formation, tight end to the left side of the line. And it's going to be a handoff to, I believe this is going to be French this time. He's going to be met and stacked up, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
You got to give Northwest credit. Good job, defensive line. They won that battle that time on 1st down. 2nd down, 2nd and 9. We got the ball at their 36. 6 minutes left to halftime, 14-7 Northwest.
Mr. Ingram got Ethan Cruz checking in from Pontotoc Hall up there and rooting on the Indians tonight and watching the live stream, and just happy to hear your voice.
Well, maybe glad to hear you and Adam's voice also. We're glad Ethan is listening to us.
2nd down and 9 now for the Indians. 5:45 to go here until halftime. ICC trying to find a way to tie this one up. That pass is going to be batted back. It was deflected.
It's a forward pass.
Yeah, say it was deflected by the defense.
Incomplete, guys. Come on, referees.
There's no way that you can.
It's deflected.
They're gonna mark it back to the original line of scrimmage.
I certainly hope they are. There we go.
So they will move that one forward. And hey, the way we've seen officiating this year, Mr. Jim, I wouldn't put it past them.
And they brought pressure from the outside right there. Northwest did on this near side to us here. Brought great pressure. Stover could not. I mean, there was no way he could get that ball off over and didn't want to take a sack right there. So lucky for the Indians, 3rd down and 9 here.
So it is a 3rd down and 9, 5:40 to go until halftime. French is now going to flare out to the flats. Going to try a little bubble screen, and he got grabbed as he went to catch the football. And that was a big-time break there for the Rangers, as number 1 for the Rangers, Schumpert could have easily been called for a pass interference that time. But unfortunately for the Indians, they didn't get the call.
4th and 9, and we're going for it. We got the ball at their 36-yard line, guys. 5:37 left till halftime, 14-7 Northwest. We are now going to punt.
Yeah.
So they're going to change their mind, kind of do a little trickeration there.
I like the call still. Going ahead and let's play the field position battle. I guarantee you they're going to have an eye on Langford on this one.
I don't think he's going to fake it. No, he's not going to fake it this
but
time.
I'm going to say they're not, but I guarantee they're going to have an eye out. Oh, I thought that was a high snap at first. Great job there.
High punt, angle towards the sideline.
There
It's going to go out of bounds at about the 6-yard line or the 7. That's a very favorable spot there, but a great punt there by Carson Langford.
Yeah, great punt because there was no return. There was no chance of a return on that. And so excellent job. We pinned them back, Mr. Ingram, as you said. Flip the field position here, put the ball back in their hands with 5.5 left.
Let's be positive here. We're down 14-7, 5.5 left. We got 2 timeouts. They got the ball thrown 7. Let's stop them right here and now. Use our timeouts and get the ball back.
Why are you telling me to be positive? I've been positive.
No. I'm talking to myself.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it sounded like you told me and Adam to be positive.
No, we're all going to be positive.
That's what I heard.
I'm going to start talking to Sam again. He'll be positive.
5:30 to go here. First down and 10 for the Rangers. The ball is going to be at the 7-yard line. They lead it 14-7 over the Indians. Want to throw this one out to the flats, and it's in and out of the hands of the tight end that time. Let's give credit for number 7, Dylan Merrill, to come in. If you don't apply that hit, he might reel that one in.
Exactly. He slipped kind of in the coverage right there on number 7 Merrill did, but did a good job recovering and making a hit right there to where he was not able to bring that pass in. Great job, second down.
Good job by Merrill. We've seen him play earlier in the year, and he gave too much cushion first few games of the year, and to be honest, he got replaced. He's worked his way back into the rotation.
So second down and 10. The clock is stopped with 5:26 to go here until halftime. Rangers with the football at the 7. Snap back to Goodwin. Play action fake. Dropping back to throw. Dials up over the middle, and it's too tall into double coverage. Good coverage there again by the Indians.
Yeah, great coverage. I mean, there was nobody there. He was going for 81 there is who the pass was intended for, and that was Harris for Northwest. But we had a safety and a DB back there. Had the ball not been as high as it was, we would have picked that one.
No, that and Brad, I don't want to be too positive here. They're helping us out, throwing the ball, incomplete pass. We have not used our timeouts yet, so let's get off the field here, 3rd and 10.
Possession down here for the Rangers, 3rd down and 10, 5:20 to go here until halftime. ICC trying to come up with a stop and see if they can find a way to maybe tie this one up going into the break. Play clock down to 5 seconds, and the Rangers need a timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. 14-7, Northwest leading the Indians. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back out of the timeout. There's 5:20 to go here until halftime. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 situation here for the Rangers. The ball is going to be at the 7-yard line. The Indians defense is going to try to see if they can come up with a big-time stop here against the Rangers and get the ball back and see if we can't tie this thing going up into halftime.
I like that positive there. Listen to that. I'm talking positive, getting the ball back, scoring, tied up.
Well, you told us to.
We're going to be positive
Jim,
here.
I'm scared of you.
Yeah, I understand.
I've seen angry Jim. I don't want to see it again. So 3rd down and 10 is the down here. Got 2 receivers on the far side of the field and 2 here on the near side. They're going to try to run the crossing route over the middle. The pass is out, and it's going to be moving the chains there for a 1st down. That was just a nicely executed offensive play, guys.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's all you can say about it because Israel was there to make the stop quickly. It was just a good route, a good throw, a good catch.
So to move the chains, the Davis Ford 1st down. And another quick out pass, this time a juke move to allow the defense to miss, and they were able to move forward. And that's going to be another 1st down here for the Rangers.
Yeah, over pursuit by the backer right there to make the tackle. So missed the tackle, allowed the guy to gain more yardage. Again, the chain's moving.
And it looks like we may have a timeout called here by the Indians, and that is going to be the case. Let's keep it here, guys, since we just took you to a break. Your thoughts on the contest so far?
I mean, I'm very well pleased thus far. If we can produce a stop here, Mr. Ingram, I mean, I'd be happy going in 14-7 where we are. The offense has produced. I think they're going to go into it in half with some more confidence than what we've had, and they can make some adjustments at halftime.
I agree with you, Brad. It's 14-7. We've played good football. I think offense and defense. Let's be honest. It's the bad snap on the punt, and then the turnover down there when the ball hit us on the other punt. Two punting errors have cost us to be behind 14-7. Got to clean it up and find a way in the second half.
So the Indians break the huddle here. It'll be a first down and 10. The ball is on the 30-yard line. 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go here until halftime. We'll have the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. We'll also have a performance from the ICC All-American Band. You want to be sure and stick around for that. Most definitely don't want to miss that one here at halftime. So the Rangers will have it. First down and 10, brought to you by Davis Ford. Pistol formation. 2 receivers here on the near side. The tight end now is going to shift down there with them. Patterson, your quarterback. But the running back got an early jump, but no flags. Now he's going to run in, and the Indians are there to make the play.
He did get an early jump. You're right, Adam. I saw that as well. But, again, good coverage downfield by the Indians. Quarterback stepped up, unable to make the play. Another sack by the Indians. I don't know how many sacks that's what we've got on the night, but that's another sack by the Indians.
Dontavius Allen on the sack. Good job here. Second down, 2nd and 14.
2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Rangers. Now the running back again looks like an early jump on the play. Quarterback wants to zip this one out, and it is complete near the 40-yard line, and they're going to stop him just a little bit shy of it, so it's going to bring up a third down and short situation. Rangers want to speed things up here.
Well, it was good routes that they ran right there in that zone coverage, and you had to come back and adjust, our DB did, to make the tackle right there. So you're looking at 3rd and short for them. Got an official timeout right here on the field.
They marked the ball at the 38. He wanted it at the 39, so that's where they moved it to. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1. Clock is running with 3:45 to go into halftime. Rangers with the football. 2 receivers and a tight end on the far side of the field. They want to roll it out to the tight end on the opposite side, and the pass is complete, and it's going to move the chains for another first down to get the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, just dropped him out in the flat right there. Just a quick little throw and catch, and we got a player down right there again for the Indians. I can't tell a number on that one at this point.
Injury timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as that was L.A. Ray shaking up on the play. He's able to walk off on his own power there, so hopefully he'll be okay and able to return for the Indians. It's going to be a first down and 10 here for the Rangers. The ball is going to be at the 45-yard line. There's 3:27 to go here until halftime. The Rangers lead at 14-7 over the Indians. Pistol formation, that's what the Rangers have been in for the most part of the night. 2 receivers now on the far side of the field. The tight end will flip from the left side to the right side. Play action fake. Going to try to set up the bubble screen. It was set up nicely, but the Indians recover there. Good job by Jarquez Tucker to hustle down and make the play and keep that to a minimum gain as it was.
He doesn't make that tackle. He's to the house.
Yep.
Good job by defensive linemen hustling, even though they got 8 yards. Good job.
So 2nd down and 2. Patterson wants to roll out. He's got a man out in the flats, and he's going to reel it in, and that's going to be enough to move the chains once again. And he needed 2, got 3, and it'll be a Davis Ford first down here for the Rangers.
Yeah, it was good timing over there by Israel. Almost there in time to get a pick, but definitely there to make the tackle. Great timing over there, but still, like you say, enough for them to pick up the big first down.
Give Northwest credit. They got the ball clock running, 2:30 left to half, but they also have 2 timeouts left.
Patterson wants to chunk it downfield again, and this time in and out of the hands of the receiver. And that might have been a break for the Indians because the defender had slipped down for a moment. If he makes that catch and able to keep his balance, that's that's in the end zone. So the clock stops with 2:26. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 situation here now for Northwest. They look to the sideline to get to play. Indians looking a little frustrated on the defensive side as they're looking to the sidelines on their own here. 2nd down and 10. Rangers taking a lot of time, but still have 15 seconds on the play clock. Got a tight end here on the near side, 2 receivers joining him. And you got a receiver on the far side and a running back to the right of Patterson. Dropping back to pass. Pressure coming from the Indians. Patterson's rolling out to avoid it. He's just going to simply throw that one away. And it'll be stopping the clock with 2:18 to play here. 14-7, the Rangers with the lead and the football just before halftime.
Brad, good job by the defense. Good coverage. Made the quarterback get outside the pocket. Didn't find anybody open. Big play here, 3rd down, 3rd and 10, 2:18 left to half.
Yeah, defense flushed him out to the right. I don't think he really wanted to go that way because the receivers were going the opposite direction, unable to find anybody open down there, but did a good job of getting rid of the ball to save the down there, 3rd and 10 for Northwest.
2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Rangers. Patterson, your quarterback, running back to his right side here. 3rd down and 10 for the Rangers. Dropping back, looking to throw. Plenty of time now. Wants to step up in the pocket. Throws it across the drag route. Indians miss a tackle. And that's going to be a big pickup there once again. And again, trying to arm tackle up top. You just can't get it done that way.
4th and 2, Adam. Big play here. They got the ball out 36. Got to get to the 34, Brad. 4th down and 2. Clock running 2 minutes.
Like Adam said, you can't miss that tackle, though.
So the Rangers quickly get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they want to tuck a tight end tight on the line. It looks like they're going to have to take a timeout. Didn't really have the play call like they wanted there, so they're going to take the timeout, and we'll take it with them. Let's hear from Davis Ford and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of the timeout. There's 1:49 to go here until halftime. Northwest 14, ICC 7 is your situation right now. It's going to be a 4th down and 2. Rangers bring the offense back on the field. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Running back to the left of Patterson, who is in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass, looking for the slant route over the middle. It's complete, and that will move the chains.
Just that middle's been open right there, just that slant pattern right there, as you call it. Able to connect, gets the big 1st down for Northwest. Clock is still rolling.
Staying in that same formation that we just saw, running back. Now the pressure coming up the middle. The Indians were able to get out and make the play, but a nice pass as that was reeled in that time by Harden on the play. And this is just your typical 2-minute drill offense, getting the same set and go.
Great open field tackle there by Dawkins, though.
Man, that Northwest running back looks like he jumps every time as that pass is going to be behind the receiver and batted down incomplete. But that running back, I tell you what, if he's just a millisecond quicker, that's a false start.
No doubt about it. It's been very close tonight.
So it'll be a 3rd down and a short 5, long 4 here for the Rangers. They lead at 14-7 with 1:13 to go with the clock stopped after that incomplete pass. Patterson rolling out to his right. Now he's going to decide to tuck and run. He's got a lot of green grass ahead of him. Lowers his head and bullies his way down to about the 8, maybe 7-yard line for the Rangers.
They're saving their 1 timeout. They're getting up to the line. 1st and goal. Clock running. 1 minute left until halftime.
So the Rangers this time, they want to hand it off to get to the far side on the outside. The Indians stack him up, stop him, and we'll see if they elect to take the timeout here. But the Indians had a player with the helmet come off in this situation, and looks like the Rangers, are they going to be able to stop the clock with the Indians having to sub them out there? If that's the case, man, that is a huge break there with the Rangers not having to burn the timeout.
They're not calling timeout. They're going up to the ball.
And that's
clock should be running.
Thompson
Come on.
had to come out, too.
They had to sub him out, so they had to get the other sub in.
10-second runoff. The offense is expected to decline the runoff. We'll start the clock on snap. Second down.
So we declined the runoff there.
Yep, the offense did that since the player had to come off the field with the helmet, so the clock will start at the referee's signal here once they kind of break away from it, and there it goes. Or it's supposed to, but it's not. So it's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's going to knife his way into the end zone. Touchdown, as that was Petit that takes it into the house and makes it a 20-7 contest, PAT pending.
Yeah, great job of blocking right there by Northwest. Great play call. They were able to drive that one in. The big thing we're taking away from that, Mr. Ingram, is we had opportunities back here to stop them, unable to do it.
Brad, they went 93 yards in about 4 minutes to take this 21-7 lead here right before half.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it here with only 46 seconds to go as we get set for another First American National Bank kickoff. And, guys, as you said, that one hurt right there. The Indians had some opportunities, even might have had a chance to tie this thing going up into halftime, but a very impressive 93-yard drive there by the Rangers.
No doubt about it, Adam. That does hurt. We had a chance to get off the field and maybe get a chance to get a score before half. Give Northwest credit. We went down the field, 93 yards, 4 minutes to take a 21-7 lead.
Well, you told me to be positive.
I'm trying to be.
And the thing that I'm going to say here is this, and I'm just sorry, I'm calling facts. They get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that's not good. And the facts is our defense has not played as well tonight as they have in the first 3 games. They got to find a way to play better in the second half.
So we'll get ready for this First American National Bank kickoff here. Is it'll be Usselton to tee this one off here for this First American National Bank kickoff. Indians can get a good return. If they don't, you feel like they'll probably just take a knee and head into halftime. This kick is going to be taken at the 5-yard line here by the Indians, out to the 20. Now cuts it up the middle. Breaks off a tackle across the 30 down to about the 32-yard line is where the Indians will have it with 41 seconds to play here to be a first down and 10 situation for the Indians.
Yeah, it was Jermaine Strong there. Had a good return on his end. That's the best return we've had on a kickoff
no doubt
all
on
night. 30-yard line.
Actually mark it back a yard shy from what I thought. Looked like he got out to about the 31, maybe even the 32. So maybe his knee went down to the ground before he was able to stretch.
Well, at least he didn't mark it back 4 yards.
That's
okay?
True. We did see that one earlier. So the Indians will have it with a Davis Ford first down. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Stover still your quarterback. You got a running back to his right and a receiver here on the near side for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV.
Great job of them getting their hands up right there at the D-line for Northwest and just batted that ball down.
Guys, I want to say this. That was a break for the Indians because they had a guy on that underneath route waiting for it. That could have been an easy pick, maybe even a pick 6.
You're not being positive.
Sorry.
He's just being factual.
No, I said that was a break for the Indians.
That's right. That's positive.
Yes,
it's a break for the Indians.
Yes. So the Indians going to hand this one off, and you feel like they're going to probably try to take a knee and head into the halftime, trailing this one 21-7. After that pass was incomplete, that was Stover on the carry, a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, they don't have to run.
We don't have to snap another one unless we want to. Or take a shot, throw the deep ball. What the heck?
Look at you.
What the heck? But I don't believe they're listening to me,
You're doing
Brad.
Kenny Rogers again tonight, gambler.
Yeah, not working.
And it looks like the Indians are going to decide to go into halftime, trailing this one 21-7 here at the break. Let's go ahead and move into our Little Caesars halftime report. And, guys, let's go ahead and just get some initial thoughts on the first half.
Initial thoughts, take away that last drive right there, that 93-yard drive. We were definitely – I'm not saying we're out of the contest, but we were definitely in the contest, seeing life out of our offense tonight. So anything that you and I talked about in our pregame show, the keys to victory, offense has come tonight, and they have proven that they can get first downs, they can stay on the field, they can eat up some clock. Defense tonight has made, especially that last one. I'm going to say the last one right there, the 93-yard drive was the killer right there. The big ones, like you were talking about, and you mentioned them earlier, were the big mistakes that we made, and those were on special teams. The high snap over the head of the punter, and then, of course, the guy, which is hard to, you can't help that one really, but it hits the guy down there when they were down there trying to block for the –
We're in this game. Yes, you're right, Brad. We're in the game. Yes, they got a 93-yard drive here at the end of the half. Don't let that beat you. You got to get back up. Yes, you're only down 2 scores. Yes, that did hurt us. We had a chance maybe to get off the field there. Get over it. Got to get over it. Come out, play hard. You're only down by 2 scores. You got a chance. Do some good coaching here. Get ready for the second half.
Your score here at the break, the number 12 team in the country, Northwest, leads it 21-7 over the Indians. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the, looks like the Rangers band performing here at halftime. So we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
How'd you spend the off season?
The off season? Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
3 best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza, pizza, pounds for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza, pizza.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
The new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
movie night, picnic, sleepover,
and NFL football games. Get the 4-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza, pizza.
We now feature the Northwest dance team on 2 popular pieces, Still Fly
by the Big Timers and We Fly High by Jim Jones. Now we feature the percussion section on the Queen hit Flash Gordon. Tonight, the Northwest Ranger Band closes with the Katy Perry hit, E.T. The Ranger Band is under the direction of Director of Bands, Mr. Tim Garrett, with assistance from Dr. John Hagan and John Ungerite. Percussion instructor is Thomas Sanders. Guard instructor is Ashley Drumhillier, and dance director.
How'd you spend the off season?
The off season? Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza, pizza pounds for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza, pizza.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
How'd you spend the off season?
The off season? Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza, pizza pounds for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza, pizza.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Itawamba Community College is proud to present the 2023 ICC All-American Marching Band. Straight from the era that brought us tight-rolled jeans and the CD-ROM, we are thrilled to bring you this year's program, Fright Night. Traveling back in time 41 years, we open our program this evening with the Michael Jackson hit, Thriller. And now, the ICC All-American Marching Band. Now hold on to your parachute parents and lab seekers as the band performs the theme song from the 1985 movie Weird Science, featuring our 2023 Indianette dancers. In 1988, the fantasy horror comedy film Beetlejuice hit the big screen with gnarly reviews. Now we invite you to sit back and chill to the bodacious beats of the theme song from Beetlejuice, featuring the ICC percussion section. And turn up the volume for Alice Cooper's Feed My Frankenstein, followed by the epic 1984 theme song for Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr.
offseason.
The off season? Little Caesars tastes so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza, pizza pals for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza, pizza.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off season? Little Caesars tastes so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza, pizza pals for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza, pizza.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime report. We've got the Little Caesars punt, pass, and kick competition going on here at halftime. And, Jim, I know you got some stats there in front of you. Let's take a look at some first-half stats as well.
Like you said, Adam, it's 21-7. Northwest up at halftime. Total offense, Northwest has 212 yards. We have 109. They got 100 more yards than us. Northwest has 13 first downs. We have 9 time possession. 17 minutes for ICC, and they've only had the ball for 13 minutes, but they lead 21-7 at halftime.
As we get to throw down here, as we're part of the Little Caesars halftime report. And guys, let's talk about some second half adjustments. What do you feel like the Indians need to do here in the second half?
I feel like they got to come out hot on defense, make a big stop here, and ensure that they can get the ball back. And because we need to score. We can't afford to have Northwest come out, drive the field on us, and go up 3. So again, that's a 3 touchdowns. So we got to come out hot on D. Let's make a big stop and then get the ball back.
No doubt about it. We got to keep it close, get a stop, find a way to get the offense, get the ball back, cut it to a 1-score game, Adam.
Absolutely, and he just came up short for a year's supply of Little Caesars pizza. We do thank Jason Ellis and all of our friends out there at Little Caesars for sponsoring our halftime event here and also helping make this broadcast possible. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with the start of the second half here from Fulton. Indians trail it 21-7 here at the break.
The new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
Movie night! Picnic! Sleepover!
and NFL football games. Get the four-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from that First American National Bank kick to start the second half here, as it'll be ICC to tee things off here to start the second half. And guys, you talked about a very crucial possession here for the Indians. Got to find a way to get a stop here. But if the Rangers can go ahead and start stretching it out a little bit and possibly pull away from us, we're getting set for that kick here to start the second half. This kick is going to be a deep kick, taken about at the goal line there for the Rangers. Going to cut it back up the middle. Got a wall, gets a block, misses a tackle, and out across the 40-yard line. And a great return there for the Rangers to start the second half.
Yeah, just what Northwest wanted to dial up, Mr. Ingram, but not what ICC wanted to dial up. Good blocking out there on special teams by Northwest. Again, it is on their side of the field here, so they're starting on their own, looks like 44. But, you know, they're close to the 50, but ICC's got to come up big.
No doubt about it. Defense got to step up here. Like you said, great field position for them. They're up 21-7, and we're just starting the third quarter.
We'll take a look at some scores around the league here after this play as the Rangers have it in that pistol formation, a tight end on the far side of the field. It's going to be a handoff to the outside. He gets the corner sealed, breaks a tackle, and a big run there by the Rangers.
They sealed that edge over there perfect, Mr. Ingram. They sent that tight end over there, and they were able to seal off those backers over there. They found the edge, moved the chains.
That's going to be another Davis Ford first down. Take a look at some scores around the league. It's Jones leading East Central 24-7 in the third quarter. At halftime, Colin up 29-14 over Southwest. First down and 10, the snap, and it's going to be a handoff again here to the Rangers. And we didn't see them really go to a lot of the ground attack there in the first half, but back-to-back runs there for Northwest.
Yeah, good blocking up front by them right there, Mr. Ingram. But why not go to the run game? You're up 21-7, and you're driving. Why not? Because you can run the clock.
Run the clock. They're up 2 scores. They're getting 5 yards at a pop here. Second and 6, we'd say the ball's on our 40-yard line.
So the Rangers with it here, second down and 6. Inside 14 minutes to go, they're going to change the play at scrimmage. Gulf Coast, they're leading East Mississippi 21-7 at halftime. Northeast up 31-0 over Delta. That's also at the break. They switch to the pistol formation, a handoff one more time, trying to get to the outside. That's got to be holding.
That's got to be holding. It is.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
when you turn that guy, that tight end, you turn him, and you're blocking him toward the play, and he can't turn his shoulders. That tight end had him turned toward the play.
No doubt about it.
It's holding.
And so they are going to get him there for the holding call. The final 2 scores in the league here at halftime. Pearl River up 21-7 over Hines. And Holmes taking care of business against Coahoma. They lead 44-7 at the break. Those scoreboard update being brought to you by our friends at First American National Bank here in Fulton.
A big penalty right there. That put them back now here, Mr. Ingram, at their 47-yard
line.
Yeah, 47 right there.
About second and 20. Need to get off the field here, guys.
Yeah, this could be a big play right here if we can stop them right here and keep and hold them and get this third down and long and get it to third and long.
Pistol formation, tight end now shifting from the left to the right side. Rangers moving right to left on your radio dial. They load up, throw downfield. Got a man, but too tall as it goes out of bounds. And that'll bring up a third down and 20 situation now here for the Rangers.
Beautiful coverage over there. Rousey was on his man over there. The safety was even over there. Beautiful coverage. I mean, he threw the ball in a good place where it wouldn't be intercepted, but great coverage by ICC.
Got to get off the field here, Brad. Got to make them punt, third and 20. Here early in the third period, 13-12 left in the third period, 21-7 Northwest.
2 receivers on both sides of the football, a running back to the left of Patterson, who is the quarterback in the shotgun. Bobbles the snap, now throws it out to the flats to the running back, and he's going to be hit and upended. A good safe play that time and a big pickup, but luckily for the Indians, they had 20 yards to go.
Yeah, big tackle right there by Wadley. Walker, they were bringing Walker on the outside there, and so Walker, when they slipped that back out from the backfield, Walker, of course, being on the on bringing the pressure, it was easy to slip him out in the flat. So it was a good play call by Northwest. Just great tackling there by Wadley.
So it will be a Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Rangers. The Indians see if they can get that offense back on the field and find something going. They found some rhythm. This is going to be a rugby-style kick, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to hit and roll down, and my goodness, what a kick is that one down inside the 4. Don't get much better than that, guys.
Yeah, great job right there. Just kind of tucking it and running a little bit to his right and then kicking it. So it did pin us back, but still – we held them.
They got the ball at the 44 and they ran it back on the touchback, on the kickoff. Defense did their job. Yes, we got bad field position, but defense did their job. Need some effort here by the offense, move the chains, get better field position.
So it's going to be a first down and 10 here as the Indians will have it at the 4-yard line. Dangerous situation here for the Indians. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Now a man coming in motion. High snap, but it's going to be a handoff to the running back in the backfield. He's going to lower his head and get the ball across the 5, maybe out to the 6 if he gets a generous spot. He does not. Well, hold on. The official is moving a little bit forward there, and they are going to give him the 6.
A great pursuit right there by the Northwest line and linebackers reading the play on the handoff there. They were there.
That was French on the carry for the Indians. Stover still your quarterback. Tight end in the game, that's James Scott. He's on the far side of the field. 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 up top for the Indians. High snap, and Stover had to climb the ladder to go get it, and when he did, he tripped up French whenever he landed on the field, and that's going to be a big loss all the way back to about the 3.
Crucial mistake right there on the high snap.
Didn't really have to jump after that snap, though. It wasn't that high.
No, it wasn't, but it just threw enough. I think it threw his timing off at him, and just enough to where I don't think he was expecting it. You're right. I don't think he had to jump. The jump is what caused the issue there because it threw the timing off even more.
Might have panicked with him, knowing he had his back against the wall there. So now he'll be taking this snap out of the end zone. Indians with 10 seconds on the play clock as they come back out of the shotgun. French to the left of Stover. Now Stover trying to direct traffic. 3 seconds on the play clock. Make it 1, and they just get the snap off, and it's going to be a give to French. He somehow pops out of a hole and nearly gets it out to about the 8-yard line. So just kind of held your breath, hoping the Indians would get the snap off. They played it safe and going to try to kick this one away.
Yeah, playing that one strictly, Mr. Ingram, to punt.
No doubt about it. And Langford's had a good game. We really need him to have a good punt here, punting out of his end zone from our 7-yard line.
Well, it all needs to start with a good snap as well. We've seen the Indians struggle with that a time or two tonight. So it's going to be a 4th down and 7. Indians kicking it out of the back of their own end zone, or out the back of the end zone. And it was another high snap. He was able to go get it. No pressure brought by the Rangers. And this is going to give the Rangers excellent field position as fair catch is called right about the 33-yard line. So the Rangers defense coming up big and forcing the Indians into a negative situation and get great field position.
Got great field position. Got the ball, Brad, on our 32-yard line. 10-14 left in the third period. They're up 21-7. We say this a lot, but our defense has to step up and stop them here early in the third period.
Be positive.
Let's be positive. They're going to stop them.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10, brought to you by Davis Ford here. If you're looking for a new or used automobile, stop by and experience the Davis Ford difference at 904 West Main Street or visit davisfordsales.com. So 1st down and 10, pistol formation, the same formation that the Rangers have been in for majority of the night. This time, play action fake. They want to dial up and go big, but instead go down to the check down route. Indians miss a tackle. Now trying to make another man miss, and a big-time gain there. Nice move by Cam Harris to move the ball inside the 10 down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, just found a hole in that zone right there. That zone defense slipped right in that hole, Mr. Ingram.
So it'll be 1st down and goal to go from the 6. The handoff spun around, hit the 5, but still fighting forward. And does he go in? No, they're going to actually say his forward progress was eventually stopped at the 1-yard line.
Yes.
That's kind of a break there for the Indians. I thought he stumbled into the end zone, so at least force them to have it a 2nd and goal now from the 1. Rangers hurry it up back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be waltzing into the end zone from 1 yard out. And the Rangers now go up 27-7.
Well, we kind of hurt ourselves there, Mr. Ingram. We pinned ourselves back. When we had our offensive possession, we weren't able to move the ball up any and change the field position, and the field position went Northwest.
It went their way. They only went 32 yards on that drive.
So we're winning the extra point here from the Rangers. They lead at 27-7, 9:19 to go in the third quarter. Snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Rangers lead at 28-7 with 9:19 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of the timeout. 9:19 to go here. 28-7, the number 12 team in the country, Northwest, leading the Indians here. It'll be a First American National Bank kickoff being teed off here by the Rangers. Indians need a good return to see if they can just spark this offense that looked good at times compared to the previous games, but has kind of sputtered here of late. Short kick taken at the 15-yard line by the Indians. Now they're going to get it out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, 45, to the 50. And a good return there by the Indians, as I believe that was Cameron Haynes coming in to return the kick there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a design short kick or what, but Haynes was able to get out there on the edge and get across here. And, of course, we're almost at the 50 here, so not quite at midfield. Well, we are. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought I'm looking at. I'm looking back here. The chain gang. Well,
now they're moving it again. Well, remember, you got to mark it back 4 yards and move it up 4 yards, and then mark it back 4 yards. So
marked it back 20 yards. 20.
I thought he got across the 50.
I did too. So.
Anyway, good return.
That's what we needed there. Something positive for the Indians, as this time the Indians are in the pistol formation. Two receivers here on the near side of the field. Now the tight end will shift down here with them. And it's going to be a stoppage of play there.
False start.
Yes.
Yep, and one of the wide receivers got an early jump there on the play, so back the Indians up 5 yards. Oliver was in the backfield, got the handoff that time, but will be stopped with the penalty. Well, if you're watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, put us on Instagram. Let us see where you're watching from. We'll share it for our fans out there. Let's Go ICC on Instagram, or hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. You might win a free shout-out from Mr. Jim.
That's X.
Yes, X now.
That's right. I knew that, did you?
I like that. You're sharp there, Brad.
So Stover's going to roll out. He's got some pressure coming. Just going to have to get this and throw it away, and he does, to live to see another day. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Great coverage again on the rollout right here for Stover. Great coverage. They've picked up on that, Mr. Ingram. That's his style of rollout. If they roll him out, they're going to roll him right to his right, obviously. And so, again, great coverage by Northwest.
It goes without saying, we're down 28-7. This is a key possession here in the third quarter. We got good field position. Yes, it's 2nd 15, but we still have the ball at the 40. Need to take advantage of this field position.
If it goes without saying, why'd you say it?
So 2nd down and 15.
Just to hear you, sir.
Quick slant routes caught. Slips off a tackle now, cutting across the middle. And it's going to be down to about the 45, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation, as that was A.J. Smith. We saw that same play at Northeast, but it turned into a little bit of a fumble afterwards. Smith able to hang on to that one, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 here for the Indians.
Brad, he got 14 yards. All we need is 1 here for the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. Great play call right there, too. So close to the 1st down, but still lacks a yard.
So 3rd down and 1 here for the Indians. Stover goes for the hard snap count, now gets the snap. And again, another bad snap, throws off the timing. Oliver's just going to have to try to do something. Don't need to do that, as he runs back and loses a ton of yardage there. And guys, again, another bad snap costing the Indians.
I'm not down there. You're not down there.
No.
Adam's not down there. But, Adam, I'm kind of like what you said a minute ago. I think it's not as bad as it looks.
No, he don't have to jump. It's just, I mean, it's hitting him. When he jumps, it's hitting him in the chest. So it'll be about right there in the chin. So
got to keep your composure and just take the snap. If you don't have to jump, don't jump. Leave your feet on the ground.
Dennis Ferris checking in and saying he's watching and enjoying tonight's broadcast and giving a roll tribe as this punt's going to roll forward and be down, and the Indians caught it. It was taking a roll that would have rolled inside the 30, but the Indians down it at the 2. Just another mental mistake there by the Indians.
Yeah, the ball was in the air, and for some reason they caught it instead of letting it hit again and hopefully getting that good football bounce and roll further and pinning Northwest back further. Still a good punt there by Langford. That's pinning them back now here at the 32, Mr. Ingram?
Yes, sir, 32. 1st and 10. They're up 28-7 with the ball. 7.5 minutes left in the third period.
2 receivers here on the near side for the Rangers. They're going to check the play at the line of scrimmage and look to the sideline. Do have a running back in the backfield that's going to stay on the right side of Patterson, tight end here on the left side. Now they're going to shift back into the pistol formation. Waiting the snap, is going to get it. It's going to be a handoff. The Indians had pressure, but a good job avoiding it in the backfield, and they're going to tackle him after a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. Actually got an Indian down on the play. And that's going to be the case. We're going to take the injury timeout with them and be back with more. Indians trail at 28-7, 7:21 to go here in the third quarter.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
The new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars is a 4-meat pizza with a different meat in each calzone crust. It's perfect for
movie night, picnic, sleepover,
and NFL football games. Get a 4-quarter calzone for $8.99.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now that timeout is that was number 15, Tony Lucius, having to be helped to the sidelines. And guys, we've had some guys, 2 of them out already tonight, not to return for injuries. And Lucius was injured earlier and tried to fight through that same injury, and looks like it's kind of re-aggravated it there.
Yeah, it looks like he's favoring that right shoulder right there, Adam.
There's going to be a reverse this time, and the Indians were ready for it, and a great play there by that ICC defense.
Yeah, good job staying at home over there by Walker, I think it was.
Yep, it was 11, Jaden Walker coming in to make the stop, so to bring up a 3rd down and about 12 to go here after a loss of 4 on the play. So 3rd down and 12, Rangers with it. They lead at 28-7 here in the third quarter. Patterson's going to look to the sideline and change things up here. They're going to keep the 3 receivers here at the bottom of your screen. They go to the pistol formation. Now the tight end shifts sides as well. Play action fake, looking downfield, plenty of time to throw. Lobs it across, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be good for the 1st down.
Slipped in that zone coverage again, Mr. Ingram.
Just a great route ran.
No doubt about that. He had time to throw the ball, had time to run the routes. Quarterback gets the ball where he needs to get it. Receivers running good routes. Give Northwest credit. That's where they're hurting us, throwing that ball 10 and 15 yards down the field.
So another Davis Ford first down inside 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 28-7 is the lead here. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper just following his blockers. Good read on the option that time, and another big pickup of 11 there, and that'll move the chains once again.
Yeah, great play call by Northwest. ICC brought pressure on the outside over here on our near side, and quarterback found a good open hole there on that far side, able to move the chains.
So first down and 10, and this time we're going to throw it out to the flats, and it's going to be picked off! Picked off. Great read there by the Indians. 10-5 touchdown, ICC. E.J. Wadley.
Well, a great read there by Wadley. He stepped up on that wide receiver. I don't know if it was looking for a bubble or bubble screen or what they were looking at right there. It was just quick up pop to the receiver, and Wadley was on him and basically caused disruption with the ball, picked the ball up, and ran it in for the score.
Second week in the row, the Indians have had a pick six, and it keeps that streak alive, at least one interception per game with that interception there. So we're waiting the extra point coming up here for the Indians. And boy, that was a big-time play there. And again, ICC struggling to get the correct people they need on the field, and part of that reason is it's usually Ray that's coming into that position, but he's out with the injury right now. So waiting the extra point. The kick is up, and it's blocked. And the Rangers can pick it up, but it does roll into the end. They can still pick it up, but they eventually rule it dead as it rolls into the end zone. So a tough break there for the Indians as the kick was blocked, so the score remained 28-13. Quick timeout. Let's hear from First American National Bank and be back with that First American National Bank kickoff here. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Rangers lead at 28-13.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of that timeout. 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. The Indians score on the pick six to make it 28-13. We got the volleyball team sending us a picture on Instagram. Again, that's at Let's Go ICC. They're still here supporting the Indians. Talked about Dennis Ferris checking in as well, liking what he sees on that pick six there for ICC. Hit us up on Instagram or Twitter at Let's Go ICC, or the app formerly known as Twitter, X now, as Dr. Boggs so happily calls it. Or you can, if you got my cell phone number, text me. We'll give you a shout out that way as well as we get set for this First American National Bank kickoff here.
Adam, that basically kept us in the game. Let's be honest. We're down 28-7. Northwest had the ball, had a chance maybe to push it to 35-7. We get a pick six, maybe get the crowd back into it, get our team back into it. We got a chance here.
Well, the ball falls off the tee, so we'll have to re-tee it up here and get ready for that First American National Bank kickoff one more time. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. The Indians find a little bit of life here, as this is Luke Jackson getting set to put a foot into this one. Booming kick. Going to be taken at about the 3-yard line there by the Rangers. Going to try to return it to the right side. He's going to be hit and upended as he crosses the 25, and another good return there by Northwest.
First American National Bank kickoff return by number 18, Xavier Davis.
So that was Davis on the return. Start seeing things get a little bit chippy there.
Yeah, a little bit chippy.
Guy from Northwest was just standing over the player from ICC as he was trying to get up, and a couple of ICC players coming in and trying to move him out of the way. As they're going to mark it at the 26, where to be first down and 10 here for the Rangers.
Big defensive possession here, Mr. Ingram.
Another one, and a turnover. Big nice right here, Brad. Another turnover.
Pistol formation, two receivers on both sides of the football. Now they move the tight end here to the near side. It's going to be a handoff, and he's going to try to cut it up the middle. The Indians snuffed that one out nicely, as that was number 40 for the Indians, Warner, coming in and making the play.
Yeah, good job right there on the line for the Indians, making that tackle. So that's going to be a 2nd and 8, Mr. Ingram.
So 2nd down and 8, clock moving inside now. 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Indians trail at 28-13 here to the number 12 team in the country, the Northwest Rangers. It's going to be another handoff, and the Indians stack it up. Minimal gain there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6 situation, I believe, now here for Northwest.
Yeah, good job again. The D's holding them. You got a third and probably what, six?
Third down and 6.
Need to get off the field here. Clock running, 4:20 left in the third period. As Adam mentioned, 28-13, Rangers up here with 2-touchdown lead.
That's where you got to look over the middle right here. If that over the middle pass, and that's where they've got us all night is going over the middle, slipping in that zone.
2 receivers on both sides of the football. They are going to go play action. And, Brad, they do zip it over the middle, and they get it over the top of the defense. It's just going to be a foot race right here. And the Indians chase him down as he gets down to about the maybe 13-yard line. And we're actually going to spot it at the 11. And so, guys, another one, Brad, you said it, that's been their bread and butter tonight, just going over the middle of that defense of the Indians.
Yeah, that time they got behind, and like you say, they beat our safeties. And so, great play on their end.
This time it's going to be on the ground, and he's going to get it down inside the 10-yard line. So it'll be a second down and long situation here. Can't get the first down without getting the touchdown here. And there's another Indian down on the field, as that appears to be Jaden Walker that is down. So we'll take the injury timeout and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season? Little Caesars tastes so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
3 best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pals for life.
The off-season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 28-13 is the score. 3:21 to go here in the third quarter, but a big pass conversion on third down has got the Rangers set up one more time. Quickly before we get back into the game, Miss Deborah Luckett checking in with a Let's Go ICC all the way from Byhalia, Mississippi. Appreciate Miss Deborah hitting us up there on Instagram. You can do the same there or on Twitter. Both those are Let's Go ICC.
Officer Jimmy Dale Sarton also checking in with us.
Appreciate those that are listening and watching. So it's going to be a second down and 7 situation now. Rangers with the football. Is Walker able to get off the field on his own power there? Going with a tight formation. And it's going to be that reverse that we saw earlier. This time the Indians weren't ready for it. And he's going to take it to the house, as that's going to be number 81, Cam Harris, with the touchdown.
Yeah, they bid on the fake there, the handoff, Mr. Ingram, and were able to get that one in that time. So the Indians weren't there to make the play that's going to run us up right now, 34-13, pending this extra point.
And give Northwest credit. Took advantage of the field position, took the ball in. Good offensive series for the Rangers.
So waiting the extra point here for Northwest. They lead at 34-13 with 3:07 to go here in the third quarter of play. The snap's good. The kick is up, and it is good. 35-13 is your score. We're going to take the timeout and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back now as we get ready for another First American National Bank kickoff here. Rangers lead at 35-13 here over the Indians with 3:07 to play in the contest. Dr. Brad Boggs, Jim Ingram, Adam Gore here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remember, if you would like to help contribute to Itawamba Community College, you can do so by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. Foundation. Kickoff taken at the 5-yard line by the Indians. Just going to return this one straight up field. He runs into one of his own men and then is eventually brought down. I believe that was Jermaine Strong on the return there, the freshman out of Aberdeen.
Brad, it's a good return. We got the ball at our own 34-yard line. Got to take advantage of this field position. We're down 35-13, 3 minutes left in the third period. Let's be honest, we're running out of possessions to catch up. We got to have some offensive movement here and get some points.
Stover still your quarterback here for the Indians. You've got 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Scott, a tight end in the game here, running back to the left of Stover for the Indians. He's going to get the snap, wants to roll to his left, and he's got pressure coming, and all he can do is just throw that one away. And tough.
Took a hit.
I'm going to say he took a hit late, but they're going to say it was as he was getting rid of the football. But, yeah, tough to throw across his body. And, again, it looks like the routes were running away from the quarterback in that situation.
Well, he rode to his left this time, so that's not we haven't seen him roll out to his left that I can remember tonight. Mostly been to his right, but good job in my opinion of Stover getting rid of that ball and not taking the sack.
No doubt about it. Taking the sack, clock running. This stops the clock, incomplete pass does.
And now the referees are just playing
here we go again.
Chase. I don't know what they were doing. They were moving the football from one side of the field to the other, back. And
Testing
to the
our conditioning is what they're doing. How well are you conditioned tonight? We'll move you back and forth and up and down the field.
And so it's going to be second down and 10. 2:55 to play here. Handoff is going to be to French. Breaks it up the middle, across the 50, lowers his head down to the 45, and gets across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Big time run there by Charleston French.
What a play right there. You had Sessoms going across where you could have had a speed sweep with Sessoms running it again right there and still handing it off to French. And so what's not broke,
What if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thank you. I'm too excited. But anyway, they did it right there again. Same play, but you could hand it off to Sessoms on the speed sweep. They're not. They're handing it to French, and he's gaining yardage right there again, so second down.
Gain of 4 on the play, brings up a second down and 6. The Indians were trying to hurry to the line of scrimmage, but the receivers were scrambling across the field, so now they're going to take their time and get set up here.
Where were you to help me right there, Mr. Ingram?
I'm sorry. You got tongue-tied and I got mine tied. I couldn't speak.
He was being positive.
I was with you.
He was positive that you were going to figure it out, Brad.
I was. I know you're smarter than me. I was just waiting on you to come through.
Another high snap, and this time it throws off the play, and French able to get maybe a yard on the play, make up a 4th down and 5, and you got to go for it here.
Well, that's 3 in a row.
That's third down. I think it's third down.
That's the same play, though, 3 times in a row, and they handed it to French both times. You got Sessoms going across.
Okay, it is third down, so the scoreboard was wrong there. Real quick, couple of shout-outs. Drake West checking in, and then the world's strongest man, my buddy, Coach Ray Williams, checking in from the 804. Appreciate Big Ray checking in there. And then we're going to have false start by the Indians.
Or were they all side? No, it's us.
Yeah, the receiver took off.
Yeah, about 10 yards downfield, yeah, I saw him. I was hoping the referee didn't see him.
It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't. So a minute 20 to go here. Indians trail this one 35-13. Got to figure out a way to get into this one.
It's 3rd and 10, Adam. We got the ball up there, 44. Clock running, about a minute left, third period. We're down 35-13. Is it 4-down territory yet?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to be thinking about this if you're Coach Macon right now. What's going to happen if we don't pick up this first down, or are we just going for 2 plays here? Ooh.
Pressure coming, and he strips the football.
Arm was going forward, but I don't have the motion on it.
And there's 2 players down, one for the Indians, one for the Rangers here.
They call that incomplete, a fumble?
Well, the arm was going forward. I just don't know if he got it out of his hands in time to call it an incomplete pass.
And their injury time on the field, the Ranger player still down, the ICC player able to get up.
I'm going to say that's what they did.
He's leading the ball there. It leads me to believe they gave the ball to them.
Oh.
Well,
I could be wrong.
We're going to keep it here and try to figure it out.
Well,
he's standing by the ball.
That's not where the original spot was then.
So, actually.
I don't know. That's where I'm asking.
Yeah, so.
I don't think they know either, Brad.
Well,
we'll find
don't.
out later.
Yeah,
I don't.
Would you go down there, Mr.
Yeah, I'll find out.
So.
Hey, Adam, good news.
Yes.
You know, it's
I like
Major League Baseball season.
It is.
And they're finishing up.
They are.
Getting toward the playoffs.
Yeah.
Your Pirates. Won tonight, 3-2. Beat the Phillies. Phillies are in a wild card battle.
Hey.
Bryce Harper threw his helmet in the stands and got chunked from the game. So
that's what happens when you play the Pirates. You're so mad that you're having to play this team and waste your time being there. You get upset. So.
Did the Pirates clinch the playoff?
No, it's not the Pirates.
We've been out of the. Hey,
I'm sorry.
We were out of the playoffs on opening day there, Mr. Jim. And it's good to see.
I'm picking.
Good to see. I believe that's DJ Burgess able to get off the field on his own power there. And it is going to be a fourth and long situation. So the fumble was recovered by the Indians. So it will be a Little Caesars punt coming up here. Didn't have a clue on who returned or recovered that fumble. Low snap. No pressure from the Rangers. This one's going to be kicked away. And he's going to come up and not make the fair catch. And the Indians had the wherewithal to make the tackle instead of just watching that one go by.
Yeah, that was a great job on the return end right there, but also a great job on ICC on the return coverage, because, they could have thought that he would take a fair catch right there. That would have made sense with as high as that punt was, but he came up, received that, and tried to return it. ICC was there to make the tackle.
23.1 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 35-13, Rangers with the lead. They get the football back, leading this one, and it's going to be a first down and 10 brought to you by Davis Ford. Here's the ICC All-American Band getting fired up here to the left of us. By the way, you can watch them over on the Blue channel. Let's go ICCTV.com/blue. Handoff. Got a convoy in front of him. Still going forward, still breaking tackles. It gets across the 40. And that was just an impressive run, but that was the big man. Let's give credit where credit's due there. That was Melvin Collins Jr. getting out and leading the way.
Yeah, he sealed the edge right there, and what we don't want to see is Jaden Thompson right now is down. Don't want to see any of them go down, I'm sorry, but Jaden Thompson, who was our player, MACCC player of the week last week, down right now on the field.
Quick timeout. Indians trail it as the third quarter comes to an end. Back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back. Good to see that Jaden Thompson was able to walk off the field on his own power there. And guys, we've had a handful of Indians go down with injuries tonight, and hopefully nothing serious from any of these injuries. We're able to kind of shake it off over the weekend and get ready for next week as we've got homecoming coming up on Thursday, as Mississippi Delta will come to town for homecoming. And we're going to start the fourth quarter as time expired during that injury. Rangers lead at 35-13. They'll have the football, first down and 10.
Yeah, Dr. Ruwitz and the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi have been busy tonight.
Very busy.
Busier than we'd like to see.
No doubt about it. He's been on the field more than a lot of people tonight.
Easy, Jim. First down and 10 as we're starting the fourth quarter. Rangers with it in the pistol formation. They're going to keep it on the ground. And again, just knifing their way through traffic and picks it up, breaks off a tackle, still trying to go forward. And, yeah, Brad, you said it. Eddie has put a good lick on him that time, as that was –
Number 6, Demarion
6.
Yeah, I think that was
Petit.
Petite. Yeah.
Petit.
I'm getting like you, Brad. I can't read this small print.
Well, unlike Mr. Ingram, I was going to try to help you a little bit. I wasn't going to leave you hanging.
I appreciate it.
Oh, Brad. I'd like to apologize over there to Brad Box for not helping him out when he got a little bit tongue-tied. But he's a lot more intelligent. I was just waiting for him to come through, and it's my bad. Brad, I apologize.
First down and 10. Rangers keep it on the ground one more time. Then this time breaks another tackle, reverses the field, and picks up about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Well, Brad, you know what it is, don't you?
Tell me.
So there's a national holiday coming up Monday. It is so big that even the government is talking about shutting down over the weekend to celebrate.
Really?
And so Jim is just—he's already in vacation mode for Monday.
No, I'm not on vacation.
His mind.
I do get a year older Monday.
Do you really?
I'm already really old, but I'm glad to be around another year.
Well,
second down and 4. Rangers hand it off one more time and trying to knife their way up, and he's going to be able to fight forward. And Brad, what's that? What are you doing, Brad?
I think there's a box for Mr. Ingram underneath there.
Oh, you gave me a gift. Is this orange you found on the ground a couple weeks ago?
Well, this is from Adam and I, and we thought about you on your birthday coming up here. So go ahead and you can look through those goodies and see what you got.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a camera on Mr. Jim right now, but he is going to go through this box very carefully and see what we got him for his birthday.
Oh, a pumpkin. I really appreciate this.
Oh, a pumpkin, yeah.
And
it's going to be a handoff one more
some
time by the
lasagna.
Rangers making it to the outside. And there's a funny story about that lasagna, Brad.
Well, are you looking at the date?
The date, let's see, 2010. No, I'm sorry.
Well, that's not all.
Well, am I supposed to keep looking?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, keep on digging, Jim.
The hearty lasagna and some prune juice is what I need.
There's something else in there.
There is a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it here as Mr. Jim digs through his.
A coconut.
A coconut. That's from me and Adam for your birthday.
Oh, is this for real?
Yes.
I'm touched.
What an eclectic.
I'm emotionally moved.
I mean, that's an eclectic
That's
present.
wonderful.
So
I can't wait to take this
So
on.
a pumpkin, a coconut, prune juice, and lasagna. Now, Jim,
What more do you want?
Do you remember the reference to lasagna?
Help me out here, Adam.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, we went to Mississippi Delta, and they had a pregame meal, and it was lasagna, and it was on an extremely hot day.
Oh, yeah.
And we were very confused by why they would serve lasagna on such a hot day before
and
a
I
football
don't
game.
believe we ate it either, and I was glad we didn't.
But Mr. Jim was very concerned on their choice of food there at Delta at the pregame. So lasagna is whenever you get home, you and Miss Heather can share
I'm
that.
so touched.
2 cans of it.
That's
Yes.
super. I can't wait to dig into that.
And then you drink the prune juice with it.
There you go.
So it's going to be second down and 4 out of the timeout. Rangers hand it off one more time up the middle, and the Indians trying to stack him up, and they're going to bring him about 2 yards shy on the play. So it'll be a third down possession down here for the Rangers, leading at 35-13. And Mr. Jim, on a serious note, we do hope you have a great birthday.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate everything you do for us here in the broadcast and for the college as well. And just an all-around great dude.
No,
All
I don't know
around,
about
I
that.
guarantee you.
I appreciate that, guys. And let's get back to the ball game here. But I appreciate your kindness.
What it is he's afraid the next question is, Jim, how old are you? 21
yeah.
is
Plus
Jim.
a little bit.
So it's going to be third down and 2 here. Northwest with it. They're going to keep it on the ground one more time. They lower their head, get it down to the 9-yard line. Needed 2, got 3, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, that's going to move the chains. Again, they're manning us up front and basically manhandling us there, Mr. Ingram, and they're able to just chip it away and continue to move the chains on us. So you got a first and goal situation.
You got to suck it up. Let's be honest. Clock running, 11:45 left in the ball game. We're down 35-13. First and goal on our 9. Got to find a way to get off the field here.
As Jim mentioned, first and goal from the 9-yard line. Pistol formation here for the Rangers. Been on the ground attack pretty much this entire drive. Again, the handoff. This time the Indians stack it up and make a play.
Yeah, I believe that was trying to see a number on that one. I know.
Good effort.
2 on the carry, so that was actually on the carry. That would have been Cam Young from Northwest on the carry. Great job on the defense there by ICC to pull the stop there. So now I think they actually lost a yard.
They did. It's back to the 10, second to go. Clock running, 11 minutes left in the ball game. 35-13, Rangers up.
And guys, we mentioned it earlier, homecoming next Thursday here in Fulton. We do want to encourage everyone to come out. It's going to be a full day of activities here at ICC. It all starts with the Hall of Fame and all those inductees going on there at the Davis Event Center at 4 o'clock. Pressure coming,
Good
and
job.
the Indians bat that one down. Nicely done there by Keyshawn Sessoms, wearing number 2 for the Indians. What's another famous number 2 from ICC? I know Cal knows. He lit up as soon as I said this. Jim, Brad?
I believe he plays cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles,
You are correct,
Darius
sir.
Slay.
Darius Slay, the former Indian that wears number 2 and had a pretty fairly good career in the NFL.
Adam, that was Jordan Johnson. The defensive back knocked that down. Sessum's on the offense.
That's right. I forget. We've got double numbers.
They got double numbers on us. They messed us up this year.
Yeah, I don't like double numbers in football. Makes you look dumber than I actually am. So this is going to be a handoff in the backfield. Jumps by one defender, then it's going to be ran out of bounds. They're going to keep the clock rolling here. As we're coming inside 2.5 minutes to play here, the Rangers with it 3rd down and goal.
Yes, fourth
down.
They're bringing out the field goal unit.
Good job, our defense.
You held them strong down there. You hold them to 3. Hopefully they don't get the 3. Maybe we can block it here, but they are holding them to a field goal attempt.
This is going to be Houston coming in to kick this one.
24-yard attempt, Adam.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Rangers go up 38-13. We're going to take a timeout and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for another First American National Bank kickoff here. Guys, I was asked not to say it on the air, so I'm not going to say it, but Miss Donna Thomas checking in, saying she's watching from home, but she has a really good joke that I will share with you guys during the next commercial break.
That sounds great.
So, as this kickoff from the Rangers is going to be a high driving kick to the far side of the field, taken at the 10 by the Indians. They fake the reverse. Now they're going to try to break it to the outside. Gets across to the 30. He's got one man to beat. He's to the 40 and just runs out of bounds. Nice angle of pursuit on the defense that time by the Rangers, but another big return there on the kickoff by the Indians.
That was Jermaine Strong right there on the return. Did a fantastic job. Again, they faked the reverse.
Yeah,
like you
nice
said.
little wrinkle.
It was. Nice little wrinkle, as you say. That was a good word there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was great.
And you didn't leave me hanging like I left you a while ago.
And that's what I'm saying. That was great. I'm commending you on that.
Thank you.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. This 1st down being brought to you by Davis Ford. Want to remind you that if you're looking for your next vehicle, stop by and visit them at 904 West Main Street here in Fulton to experience the Davis Ford difference. So the Indians with it. It's going to be a handoff and going to cut it right back up the middle into traffic, maybe getting back to the original line of scrimmage. As really no lane to run through there for the Indians.
They giving him a yard, or a yard and a half.
So Oliver with the gain out to the 40.
Don't know how, but they did.
I don't either. So a very favorable spot there in favor of the Indians. 2nd down and 9 to go now. 38-13 is your score in favor of the Rangers, coming up on 9 minutes to play. We do ask you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll take a look back at some highlights, pick our Samstown Market star of the game, and more part of that Renaissance Bank postgame report. And it's going to be a little shovel pass forward here. The Indians trying to get to the corner, and the Rangers had him, but good juke move to be able to move forward and get that 1st down, as that was strong. And technically that was a pass with it being that little quick touch forward.
It was, yeah, like you say, kind of a little shovel pass if you want to call it. Just kind of a little quick touch there. Strong coming across there on the sweep side there. And so excellent play, excellent blocking out there on the edge. Strong's looking good tonight. I mean, he's done great on the returns tonight, and then kind of gaining yards here and running with these offensive plays, Mr. Ingram.
No doubt about it. And we're still hustling here. I know we got 8 minutes left in the ball game, down 38-13. I like the momentum here. The offense making a good run here. Hopefully they'll find a way to score.
And he's going to take a timeout. I know they do just get the snap off. The officials very friendly there, as it could have been a delay of game call, but instead it was a handoff to Oliver, and he's able to go forward for a gain of 2 on the play. Jim, my mom is concerned. She didn't know lasagna comes in a can, but she does wish you a happy birthday.
Tell her thank you very much, and I look forward to eating shrimp with her soon.
There you go. So that'll move the chains for another Davis Ford 1st down. for the Indians. ICC with it. Oliver staying in at running back. Stover's your quarterback. Scott your tight end. 2 receivers here on the near side and 1 up top for the Indians is TJ Atkins. Stover gets the snap, hands it off to Oliver. He's going to have to bounce it to the outside. He does so. Gets around the corner and is going to be drug out of bounds. That looked to be a busted play, but a nice pickup there. Oliver showing off some speed.
Yeah, it was, and then Oliver bounced it outside. The edge was sealed out there. Looks like Northwest has a player down across the field, but Oliver was able to bounce that thing out there and get a positive pickup.
And looks like we're going to have a little break in the action with the young man down on the far side of the field. We'll keep it here. We'll talk a little bit more about homecoming next week, guys. We talked about it a little bit. Jim, you guys put on a great production for all of our honorees there at the Davis Event Center. That'll start at 4 o'clock.
Right.
The First American National Bank kickoff will come your way against Delta here at 7. But as we said, it's going to be a full week. We're changing the pep rally. It's usually the game day, but it's going to be 6:30 Wednesday night. We want to invite all the fans to come out to enjoy that as well. But just talk about homecoming.
Looking forward to homecoming, and we got the entire week, Brad, starting Sunday night. Taylor's got a great program. Taylor and Maggie got things scheduled for Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. You mentioned the pep rally at 6:30 Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Should be a great week. Finished up by, of course, the homecoming game Thursday night, which we need you to attend. But Alumnus of the Year, Athletic Hall of Fame, a lot of awards given out that day. We look forward to it.
Another little shovel pass forward here by the Indians, and the Rangers read that one well, as that was strong that was able to get the ball forward that time. For those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com, you saw Raphael Henry zooming in on the numbers, the 75 on the field. It is our 75th anniversary birthday here at the college that we're celebrating all year long. So, and this is actually uniquely enough, it's our 75th anniversary game tonight, and it was basically played on the same time when we played our first ever football game, and it was also against Northwest.
It was against Northwest.
So the Indians drop back, was looking deep, but pressure ate him up that time, as that was number 29 coming in with the sack for the Rangers. That's Kemp Shepard coming in to make the play.
Yeah, they brought the backer in, pressure right there on the outside, able to get to Stover to get the sack. You know, we're talking about ICC's 75th birthday, and today being that day, you know, I wonder if anybody was thoughtful enough to give Dr. Allen any prune juice.
You're right, and I'll be glad to share mine with them.
Well, you only got 4 in there now, so don't.
I'll be glad to share.
You know, don't waste them.
I'm touched by the gifts y'all gave me.
Low snap scooped up, and the punt is going to be away, and it's going to be a short kick, and it's eventually going to be down right about the 27-yard line, where the Rangers will take over. That was just a bad snap again. The Indians having some snap issues tonight, but luckily for the Indians, no pressure was put on, and it allowed Langford to be able to get that kick away.
And he got a good roll, because it was a short kick, rolled about 15 or 20 yards, which helped him.
Yeah, great job by Langford to keep his composure back there to, as I call it, feel that ground ball snap back there behind him and just get the ball off. And then, like you say, it took a great roll and a great Indian bounce.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 with 5:40 to play in the contest. The Rangers leading this one 38-13. And it's going to be pistol formation here. Again, for the Rangers, they're going to hand this one off. The Indians in the backfield, and they make the play.
Yeah, they were back there with them when they handed the ball off, basically, which I think that was Jarquez Ivy back there making the tackle. So excellent job. Northwest is going to lose 4.
I believe you're correct.
I guess 3.
Sam says 3, so 2nd down and 13. What Sam says goes, because he has the big microphone. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here in the contest. Remind you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank post-game report, as the Indians running this one 38-13. Rangers to the line of scrimmage. Got a tight end here on the near side, and they're going to keep it on the ground one more time, and going to be able to stumble forward and get part of that yardage back that they just lost. So it'll be a 3rd down and long situation now here for the Rangers.
Brad, they're running clock. They got a big lead, 38-13 clock running, 4:35 left in the ball game. They're content to run the ball, punt, and let the clock run down.
Sure. And again, they're just, trying to get that clock run down. You're looking at under 4.5 left now. And, of course, they're controlling the game with the score. They're letting the play clock run down a good bit, too, to get more time off that clock. So Northwest doing a great job here of controlling the clock and ensuring that ICC does not have time to turn this thing around. Not that we're really in a position to turn it around too much, but
it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time, and he's going to have a lot of green grass. He'll move the sticks with another Davis Ford first down. Guys, I want to do some quick scanning through X to find some scores. With 9 minutes and 6 seconds left, Gulf Coast leading East Mississippi 35-17. Pearl River. Oh, they got a good one going there with Pearl River. They just missed a field goal, but it's 21-21. Pearl River and Hines with 48 seconds left in the game, so that one could be heading to overtime. It's final. It looks like Northeast wins 40-0 over Mississippi Delta. Colin wins 29-21 over Southwest. It'll be a handoff once again. Going to cut it to the far side of the field. Cuts up the middle, missing some tackles to the Indians. And that'll be a gain of 11 on the play.
Sealing that outside edge right now and doing a good job of it. Northwest is where they're able to get that runner on the edge out there and go north and south, again, moving the chains.
Holmes picks up a 58-14 win over Coahoma. Go ahead, Jim.
I was going to say, the clock's running under 3 minutes. I don't believe they're going to throw the ball, and I don't believe anyone's going to use a timeout here.
Well, if you remember, we said that at Gulf Coast, too, and then they started chunking it around the yard.
I certainly hope they don't. They're up 38-13, controlling the ball game. You're right, Adam. We'll see. 1st and 10, they got the ball on our 46-yard line.
And they do keep it on the ground. Quarterback keeper this time one more time, and he's going to be able to stumble forward, as that is actually Foster, a new quarterback in the game here
got
for
a
the
flag
Rangers.
Down and another injury, unfortunately.
Yeah, got another player down for ICC and a yellow rag down there on the ground.
So we're going to take this injury timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 38-13, Rangers with the lead. 2:17 to play here. And it's going to be first down and 19. How's it first down and 19? That's what the scoreboard is saying. I actually think it's
1st and 20.
1st and 20 is what it should say.
And the clock is running.
Inside 2 minutes to play now. 38-13 is the score. They're going to keep it on the ground this time, and he's just going to slip down in the backfield and a loss on the play. So it's going to bring up a second down and about 21 now.
Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Second down and long, Northwest.
So they're just going to call it second down and long with 1:25 to go here. Guys, be thinking about our Renaissance Bank postgame report as we'll take a break and then come back and kind of talk things over to wrap things up, and then we'll start focusing on next week with homecoming coming to town here for Delta. So second down and 23 here for the Rangers. Coming up on a minute to play in this one. Pistol formation. Rangers do want to throw this time.
Oh, my goodness.
Loads up and
Come
goes
on.
deep, and it's going to be out of bounds. And, Jim, I agree with your thoughts on that one.
I don't know why you're throwing you up 38-13, less than a minute in the ball game. Come on, guys. Don't need to do that.
Mr. Angle's mad again.
No, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I don't understand. There's no reason to pile on here.
He just kicked his birthday box.
He did.
It's not.
I hope it didn't bust that pumpkin.
I know it.
Or the
I
prune
hope
juice.
not.
Or the yeah, don't you're going to drink a prune juice on the way home.
I need one.
So this is going to be a 3rd down and 23 here with 53 seconds to go in the contest. Rangers with the football. 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side, running back to the right of the quarterback. They're going to hand it off this time. He's going to try to cut up the field and still going forward, and a big gain, but will not result in the 1st down. And so the Rangers can pretty much run this thing all the way down, snap it, and then take a knee and call it a day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think that's snap it, do they?
I would say don't even have,
it's close.
It's close.
I think the referees will let it
Yeah,
go.
I would say the referees will just let it go, and the Rangers will watch this one tick down as it will go final, and the Rangers will win this one 38-13. It was promising early on, but then it kind of slipped away from the Indians there at the end. So we're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report as ICC falls in this one by the final score of 38-13 to the number 12 team in the country. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions,
Okay, now let's go and keep going, keep going.
sharing old stories. Homemade pasta
Enjoy, cheers to us, we did it!
and a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
That's my recipe for magic.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef,
Needs more lavender.
a wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Your final score, 38-13 in favor of the number 12 Rangers of Northwest. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. We're going to take a look back at some of these highlights from tonight, brought to you by our friends over at Little Caesars. And guys, before we move forward into more of our Renaissance Bank postgame report, just give me your thoughts on tonight's contest.
Well, you know, first half was promising in several facets, and saw the offense move the ball and was able to, garner some points, which we haven't done since the game one. And so, again, thought that was very positive and some things that we were able to do and produce offensively. Had a couple of hiccups there, as far as on special teams that kind of hurt us pretty bad the first half. Came out the second half, it wasn't the same team, and it started early with how, we got pinned back here with the field position battle, and it just went south from there, Mr. Ingham, in my opinion. So, we were able to pick up an interception and score, and that's a positive point in the second half. Picking up another interception in the game, which something we've done now in every game. We've intercepted, and then, of course, just like last week, we were able to return this one for a score. So the defense also scored tonight. So offense and defense scored for us tonight. Still some work to do on both sides of the ball and just still some cleanup to do. Playing a good team in Northwest. There's a reason they're nationally ranked. We put up a hard-fought battle tonight, but I know when they go back and look at the game film, they're going to see there's some critical mistakes, critical errors that we made, that we shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times or a few times, some things that we didn't have to do, the things we've got to clean up. We're 0-4, 0-2 in the North now, so we've got to clean these things up. We got Delta coming in for homecoming next week.
No doubt, and Delta will be ready. And to be honest, you look at the stats here, they controlled the second half. They got 469 yards offense. We have 139. We didn't really respond. We were down 14-7. If you remember, they scored there at the end of the first half. We said we can't let that bother us. We really never recovered from that. We didn't have a good third quarter. We didn't have a good fourth quarter, but we hustled all night, made some plays offensively finally, played okay defensively, gave us some big plays, but we got to put this behind us. You mentioned we got homecoming coming in, Delta coming in, got to be ready to have a great week, find a way to win the game next week. We know we need to improve. Give Northwest credit, they're a very good team.
Yeah, number 12 in the country, not by mistake, is they pick up the 38-13 win. We're in the Renaissance Bank postgame report here. You're looking at some of the highlights for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Those highlights being brought to you by Little Caesars here in Fulton. And, guys, we've talked about it this season, and the defense has been solid. Another solid effort tonight. Not their best effort, but at the same time, they're kind of due a break defensively because they've did everything they've could up to this point tonight.
No doubt about it, Adam. And I know the coaches will keep them focused, but a lot of times, if you're on the defense, you've been playing good for 3 or 4 games, your offense really isn't helping you out, you kind of get your head down. But you got to get over that mental part and get everybody playing together, play all together this coming Thursday night.
Yeah, and one thing we're going to look at this week, which is going to be interesting, kind of the first game where we've seen this many players get banged up.
Yeah,
right.
And so we've got several that got banged up tonight. Hopefully nothing that's going to be long-term. But of course, Dr. Rulewood's still down there in the field now, but just talking some things over. But I know our training staff will be busy this week, along with Dr. Rulewood's, to kind of determine, who can return for homecoming, who can't. We've had some players that had to sit out tonight after they got injured on the field. Nothing of serious nature that we can tell at this point, but as far as no one had to be rushed to the hospital or anything, but just some injuries and some banged up things where it could affect us going into next week. And so it'll be interesting to see how all that turns out and see if we're able to get guys healthy, because the one thing you don't get in MACCC football is a week off.
No, you don't.
We don't get a week off here. There's no bye week, so we have to play every week just like every other team does. So to have time to heal those injuries, we don't have them.
And we'll move forward here in the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Look at our Samstown Market star of the game, Sam Ferris, who is, by the way, our PA guy here. He and all the fine folks out there at Samstown Market. They offer some of the best meats, produce, local variety items as well. They're located right there in the heart of Manatee. Go by and shop with Sam. I'll be swinging by and see Sam this weekend as Notre Dame got the late game with Duke, so I'll be firing up the grill and trying to relax a little bit this weekend. But and you guys are welcome, Jim, since it's your birthday.
No, I appreciate that.
Bring your prune
juice and
but
my pumpkin.
But guys, I'm gonna let y'all have the decision on who is our Samstown Market star of the game.
Well, we looked at some players. We thought E.J. Wadley is the star of the game. Made a great interception in the second half. Found a way to deflect the pass. Caught it on the run. Went in and scored. played hard the entire night. So we're giving to E.J. Wadley, the sophomore defensive back from Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, I agree. On the field, definitely E.J. Wadley, and I'm gonna use one of your words here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw a wrinkle.
I like it. Nice.
I'm gonna throw a wrinkle in here. On the field, E.J. Wadley. But also, a Samstown player of the game is going to be you, Mr. Ingram, because your birthday's Monday, and I think that you deserve that, as well as your presence that you've got. I can envision you and your wife having a candlelight lasagna Chef Boyardee dinner tomorrow night, a can for each, as well as a can of prune juice for each.
2 each.
That's right, two each.
Splurge.
With your pumpkin sitting there, since it's festive, it's going to be October, and figure out how to open that coconut and maybe make a coconut cake or something. I don't know with it, but I think I see that coming for you this weekend.
I am moved.
If you drink that prune juice,
I will be moved. Well, let's clean it up, guys. Clean it up.
We got some final scores here throughout the league. Jones defeats East Central 38-7. Colin defeats Southwest 29-21. There's 5 minutes left in the game. Gulf Coast looks like they're about to put a cap on this one. They're up 42-17 over East Mississippi. Northeast defeats Mississippi Delta 40-0. Pearl River and Hines are heading to overtime, tied at 21. And then Holmes, boy, I tell you what, this is a good Holmes Bulldogs team this year. They win 58-14 over Coahoma. That scoreboard update being brought to you by our friends at First American National Bank. Guys, homecoming next week. We got to put this one behind us and focus on Delta coming to town to get ready for homecoming.
No doubt about it. Got to put it behind you. Got to be able to play hard next week again, get people that are injured, that are banged up, get them back. Have a complete game, Brad, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Yeah, definitely. We do. We gotta get that together, and and hopefully, just it being homecoming in our second to the last home game of the year, because we are on the road for 3 more games this year. But this being a homecoming week, we can get those players, get that little extra enthusiasm going with some of the festivities that we got going on, some of the great recognitions that we'll have going on next week. It's always a great week at Etowamba when we have homecoming week. Everyone enjoys it. Again, Taylor Tudor and staff do an excellent job for student activities, finding events for our students to participate in, Taylor and Maggie. So thanks to them. And then, of course, seeing kind of all these events that are going to come to fruition next week. And hopefully we'll culminate the week with a big victory here in homecoming next Thursday night against Mississippi Delta.
I agree with you. Let's do it.
Well, that's going to wrap us up here for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Your final score in this one, the Rangers win it 38-13 over the Indians. Join us next Thursday right back here on the ICC Sports Network, the red channel of Let'sGoICCTV.com. That will be the Davis Ford pregame show, and then Super Talk 101.9 will join us with that First American National Bank opening kick starting at 7. So for Dr. Brad Boggs, the birthday boy, Mr. Jim Ingram, Cal Brown, Adam Robinson, Raphael and Matt up top running things for us there. This is Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. Have a blessed weekend. And as always, roll Tribe.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.